Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back to Stamford Bridge, and no war with Iran just yet. To everyone's surprise.
Yeah, but like we were saying before we started, it must be tense in the Ayatollah bunker. Sweating bullets. Every day could be the day when he gets black bagged. Boom! You're in front of a court in America somehow.
Yeah, there's definitely some nervous sweating going on right now. So, apparently, Mossad commentary, which is a brilliant name for an account too, by the way. US strikes in Iran called off last minute, because just last night, it was looking deeply fucking sus. The airspace over Iran was empty. Loads of US air assets were being moved over to the Middle East. A carrier group was heading over there. Like it was looking like firework o'clock.
That means they're still there. And if we learned anything from the Venezuela thing, Trump waits for nice weather.
Yeah.
So what's the weather in Iran been like?
According to Walla military analyst Amir Bohbot, Donald Trump personally intervened last night to halt a planned US strike in Iran. Iran airspace has since been reopened. Assets scrambled from Al Uday Air Base were ordered to return and remain on standby, and mission reportedly cancelled minutes before execution. So this is obviously speculation, but again, some sussy shit was happening last night.
Oh God, you know they must have been shitting themselves.
Yes. It was a rough night manning air defense systems around Iran last night.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not for infinite war regime, blah 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 blah. But this is kind of funny.
I mean, hell, the thing is, on a grander scheme of things, right? Taking out Venezuela denies China and Russia access to oil resources, which obviously they need to do war. Iran is like their only remaining ally now, and it's also their only remaining way of getting access to oil. So if Trump knocks out Venezuela and Iran in a shocking fucking oil campaign that lasted barely a month, China's basically at a situation where it's either got to go, like, now or next year, or give up on Taiwan forever.
The Chinese, they're making their slow plans like the Martians in War of the Worlds, but I don't think they're ready to launch anything, man.
No, it doesn't look like it. And again, if Trump manages to topple these two pillars, they're kind of stuck. And, I mean, Russia's not going to do shit. Their entire army's been destroyed in Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This all comes on the heels of Russia basically looking like a bit of an international embarrassment, actually. Like, you couldn't even take half of Ukraine. Okay. Well, why would anyone worry about you?
Yeah. So it is a situation where I can absolutely see historians like 20 years in the future going, yeah, that Trump was a bit of a madman, but listen, he basically brought us 20 years of peace again because nobody could do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's genuinely how it looks.
As apparently, again, the allegations is that Trump told advisors he will only authorize action that delivers a decisive blow to the Iranian regime. Smart. Again, like, this has been the problem with all previous US presidents. They've gotten involved in the fucking sandbox forever.
Yeah, no, you don't need to worry about it. Just fuck them over.
Yeah. You have the most advanced military in the world. Don't send in a guy with a gun. Send in the fucking invisible fighter jets. Chickador, before we even start today, sent in $10. If I had a thought this morning that leads me to believe that we are in a simulation, all the chaos in Minnesota is backlash due to Renee Nicole Good RNG.
Due to what?
RNG for the Nicole Good, the woman.
RNG?
Yeah, random number generator.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant, but like...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
This will be a bit of a, cleaning up Stamford Bridge, by the way, chat. We'll be going through the Arch and Sargon tab, where you keep sending us nice stuff, and we keep getting distracted by other crazy idiocies to even look at it.
Things keep happening.
Yes, things keep happening. Nolly for 2,000 with his $20. Warp tokens on Kick. Hold up, Ashley. Let's just carry on like Sargon didn't end the J.R. Martin video with the most passionate fucking pro-Imperium speech. Applause.
Well, I did in the Why Warhammer Keeps Winning one as well. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing it. The Imperium of Man is a moral good, and we want to support it. Long live the Imperium. That's our position, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. It's the only moral good in that universe.
Exactly. Like, there's literally nothing else. And that's good, you know.
Marksman for $50 on Streamlabs. Thank you very much, sir. As Africa is on the docket for today, can we add Federal Historian District 9 video? He's been cooking an argument about modern liberalism and tribe politics through his latest video, starting with District 9. You will like them for Friendship Fund. We might save it till next week. We'll see if we can get to it today. We'll see.
We can do it next week. I mean, it's not like I like District 9. It's just a long time since I watched it.
And Nolly for 500 warp tokens. It reminded me of a video I would like to offer up for the review of Ewan Sargon, Forge Fane's video on Inquisitor interrogation of a Tau traitor. Sure, drop it in the Arch and Sargon video thing on the server. But yes, so the War of Iran appears to be called off for now, which is nice. I don't mind. I like Iran. I would like to see the regime toppled simply because it seems to be deeply unpopular with the people, and the obvious geopolitical implications of taking away China's last real ally in the Middle East.
Yeah, I mean, what this means basically is full spectrum Western dominance. We won the 20th century.
Yes,
that's what it is. And the rest of the world needs to catch up with that. Because you'll notice that, Russia aside, they're basically all sort of legacy 20th century ideologies and continuities, like the mullahs, the CCP, the socialists in Venezuela. Like, these are all ideologies whose time has come and passed. They've all failed, and they're all capitulating to the West, basically. And so it's just like, yeah, we may as well just formalize it.
Yep. But I'm also simultaneously all on board with Trump's seemingly simple decision to not get involved in a war. Like, that seems to be the thing that Trump is doing. He doesn't want a war, he wants an operation, and then leave.
Yeah, what this is sensible imperialism, actually.
Yes. Yeah, unironically, it's I'm going to park the ironclad off your shore. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's literally that simple. I'm not happy with the regime you've got. I can take them out. I'm not gonna invade and send 100,000 troops in and begin like an extractive economy like the Spanish colonizing, South America or something. No, I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm just not happy with the way things are going. So I'm gonna knock you out and then just give a hand to whoever is going to be our friend. And that's actually clever imperialism. That works.
Yes. So I'm all for him waiting until he has the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, like I said this the other day, didn't I? Like, I obviously it could age horribly badly, this take, but I've got a funny feeling Trump's just going to land on his feet with Venezuela.
Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't done the dumb thing. Like, because the only way he fucks this up is if he starts randomly sending in US troops or some idiocy like that.
Yeah, and the reason, remember, that we did this, obviously there's the material reason that, we need the oil, we need secure oil. Yeah, of course we do, right? Obviously, that's what imperialism is. But Trump just came out and fucking said it. He just came out and said it. Like, he was just like, I don't want that oil going to China. Yeah, good point. Why would we? 80% of Venezuela's oil exports are to China, and Venezuela's oil exports, just that oil production, has cratered. I looked into this the other day, obviously, because I had to know what the fuck was going on. Literally, they're like a quarter of what they were like 5 years ago or 7 years ago or something like that. And Maduro has just ruined the industry, and it's ruined Venezuela. The country is literally starving. He's literally a tyrant, keeping his people completely dependent on the state for the very little they've got. There are 8 million Venezuelans in exile at the moment, and there are only like 30 million left in the country. There aren't that many Venezuelans on Earth. And it's just like, okay, yeah. I mean, Trump isn't like, ooh, regime change. We need to spread democracy or liberalism or human rights. No. None of that ideological idealistic bullshit like we did with Iraq and fucking Afghanistan. Yeah, that means, because if we do that, we're committed, right? If you're like, oh yeah, we're going to spread democracy and liberalism to Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay, now you're there for the long haul to try and persuade a bunch of tribesmen that actually they need to be the same as, you know, a middle class white family, right? In fucking New York or something. You know, it's like, no. They don't understand the world that way. And they're not interested in what we think of the world. They're just interested in what they're going to get, right? And actually, Trump can lay a nice deal on the table. You can say, look, we're gonna send in our oil companies. They're going to pump the oil, and you're going to get a nice cut of it. Here's, you know, a bunch of money you're going to get for no effort or investment on your own, and your country will be able to afford food again. That's all Trump needs to do. And they're going to be like, yeah, you know what? That's pretty good. I'll take it. You know, better than the alternative.
Yep. Absolutely. So we'll see how it goes there. On other war news front, America is shaking in its boots as the full might of the European army is on the move.
This is mighty divisions were deployed to Greenland. They can't beat the Russians, but they think they can beat the Americans.
Yes. A tremendous total of 13 Germans, 2 Norwegians, and 1 Brit.
Well, I mean, the 1 Brit is going to cause them some trouble, but, you know, other than that...
has been dispatched to halt the American
invasion. It's so funny, because Keir Starmer announced, oh yeah, we're going to put boots on the ground. It's like, well, I guess 2 boots is boots. That's true.
That's right, yeah.
Boots plural, correct, yeah. 2? What? I mean, don't get me wrong here. I have every faith in the British soldier. The average British soldier being, you know, one of the best in the world. Don't get me wrong. But I think even we have limits here. I mean, send 2 at least. Christ's sake. It's so funny, man. It's so fucking funny.
But hey, you know, let's be fair here. Like in real terms, this does represent a doubling of the military strength on Greenland from 14 to like 30.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's a pretty major build-up right there. 100% increase.
I hope Keir Starmer is ready to get black-bagged in the night. Socialist against America. Oh, it's not looking good, Keir.
Service guarantees citizenship.
And there are loads of people like, oh, I can't believe you want America to invade Britain. It's like, I don't want them to invade Britain. I want them to kidnap Keir Starmer and put him on trial. Like, I look at Venezuela and I think, please, Jesus, I see what you've done for others.
I want that for us.
Yeah.
You ignorant slut.
Yep, it's beautiful. I swear to God, I'm more and more thinking about it. I think Greenland is just Trump doing his usual shit. He's going to make the EU panic. They're going to send warships up there. And finally, Trump will just lean back and go like, now they're patrolling the Arctic like I wanted them to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, also, you can put stuff there if you feel that you need to, can you?
Yep. You didn't care about the Chinese, you didn't care about the Russians, but now,
yeah. And at the end of the day, like, they'll start, like, eventually they'll probably just be like, okay, fine. How much do you want? You know?
I mean, they've already signaled that, yes.
Yeah.
And this entire thing, too, has like, just been Trump. Go on.
Yeah. Greenland has got no fucking use. Denmark's got no use for Greenland. You know it. Everyone knows it.
It's a net waste. They send them hundreds of millions every year just to keep them alive.
Dependent. It's like, what you do, you know, like this is basically a kind of medieval vanity project. Yeah. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, we've just been there since, because no one wants it. It's fucking Greenland. You know, like, come on.
And at the end of the day, this is all part of Trump's now, like, 10-year plan to make the European Union build a fucking army to defend itself.
Yeah, defend yourself from Russia, please. And the Euros are like, no.
Yeah.
I think Britain and Poland are the only countries who actually spend the required, like, I don't know, 2% of GDP.
Well, the other countries are finally doing it now. And the thing is, they didn't do it to defend themselves against Russia. They didn't do it to defend themselves against China. They only did it when America was like, I'm not happy with you. I'm going to start acting like America again.
Isn't that mental, though? Like, they're way more bothered about America than they are about Russia.
Because they know. Like, the fucking... Yeah, the elites in Brussels aren't afraid of fucking Russia.
No.
They're afraid of America. They're afraid of what America could do to them.
Well, exactly, right. When JD Vance went there and was like, listen, guys, we're not happy with the way that you're running things, they cried. They literally cried. Didn't cry about Putin's invasion, didn't cry about, the millions dead in Ukraine, but they fucking cried when JD Vance chewed them out for censoring people.
Because they know, like, they understand that the America is still the cultural hegemon. If the US starts changing course drastically, the European Union will very well probably follow. And we can see this in the politics right now. They don't care about Russia, because Russia can't take away their privileges. America just might be able to.
Exactly.
So the tale of Greenland will continue as a retarded little side piece. Oh, and just I came across this. We've got an idea of what America is up against here. A beautiful Danish advertisement.
Oh, I've seen this, yeah.
Yep, this is quite beautiful. Brace yourself, chat. You're about to be enriched. Guys, does it not have the subtitles? Is this not?
I don't think so. But the point is, it's a government sponsored advert that promotes race mixing.
Damn it! I hope this was the one with the subtitles on it.
I don't believe it is.
Okay, so what the guy is saying, because I do understand Danish, just by the fact that it sounds like they permanently have a dick in their mouths. So what he's saying is the chocolate, because this is a chocolate commercial. The old chocolate is boring. It's not evolving. It's just a boring chocolate commercial. And then he says, the chocolate shows us that we Danish have survived because we've mated with different kinds of people.
What?
Yep.
I bet Denmark is one of the most homogenous countries in the world.
Yeah. I mean, we did mate with different kind of people. Germans.
Yeah, well, yeah. Anglo-Saxons, Swedish, Germans, a couple of Frisians. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? And the thing is, any of the Danes that did that are no longer Danes. Like, they went overseas. Yeah, they probably got, like, foreign concubines or whatever. But none of them would, like, there aren't, like, massive Danish communities around the world because of it.
And then he goes on, basically diversity is our strength. If we don't mix with other people, we'll be vulnerable to diseases. So if we don't mate with other people, we're going to die.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm totally up for race mixing, but, like, this is just embarrassing.
And then he ends with, if you're going to procreate, you might as well choose something a bit more exotic.
What? I happen to love my wife, thank you very much. What? What kind of fucking commentary is that?
And this is a real commercial, by the way. This exists. Now, granted, it was very controversial. Like, the Danish, too, were like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, I bet the average Danish wife was thrilled. You're trying to get my husband to go shag the local immigrant.
This is the state of the world. I mean, I like one of comments down here. Why aren't we hanging people? That's becoming a more and more pertinent question every day.
Yeah. Good question. Why are we not?
Why are we not? What is preventing us?
Yeah.
God damn it.
These fucking people, man.
These fucking people. These fucking people. Nolly, 500 warp tokens. Can I get an invite to the server, Ashley? Sorry, I don't know how else to recommend things. Oh, do you not have one already? Damn it. All right, let me find you the thing. I'll just put it in the chat again so people can see it. All right, I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to pin
Service
it.
guarantees citizenship.
There, that's the Discord server if you are interested, chat. So, fucking Danes. Right. What else has been going on then as we continue our little wrap? Oh, did you see the syntax?
The syntax?
Yes.
No.
So, a Florida politician suggested, or well, I don't know if he's trying to become governor, a 50% sin tax on OnlyFans income.
Oh, based.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Heresy.
Whore tax. Brilliant. Good idea.
The answer.
It's like,
And
I very rarely find myself in a pro-tax position.
yeah.
Are you ready?
But this is kind of the answer to a question we had earlier, right? Like for several episodes ago, we were looking at a chick who's turned 18, earned $3 million on OnlyFans in a day. And it's like, okay, how do you discourage young girls from just doing this? What is the counter argument? Well, a nice counter argument might be the government is going to take half of your money.
I mean, the government is going to screw the shit out of you, so you may as well not also be a prostitute while it happens.
Yeah. Listen, if you want to be an internet prostitute, maybe we make it so that the government fucks you.
Finally, someone I don't like is getting fucked by the government.
So on the one hand, the arguments they make are dumb, like, oh, we'll tax them and we'll finally be able to pay for tuition. Like, no. Florida school expenses are like $40 billion. This is not even going to make a dent in it.
No.
But you know what? Just as punishment, just as stick to discourage obvious immorality that hurts a tremendous number of young men. Yeah.
And also, like, there's something worse about this than regular prostitution. Like, I can understand some, like, old dude going to a prostitute. You know, his wife died 10 years ago or something, and he's just lonely. I can totally understand that, you know. But, you know, that woman, you know, doesn't become a multi-millionaire.
No.
Like, it's the fucking scale of it, man. It's just like, fucking no.
You ignorant slut.
You know, no wonder young women are like, yeah, I'm just going to become a multi-millionaire prostitute on my 18th birthday. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. You know, we can't have that.
And the overwhelming majority of them won't be millionaires. They'll earn nothing. And now their private photos are on the internet forever.
Yeah.
And
they'll just have lots of regrets.
Here's the thing. This woman, this literal whore, has a superior moral position within our society to Sophie Rain.
Yeah, correct.
Simply because you go to the whore, you have sex with the whore. That's it. It is to satisfy the basic primal urge that men have to ejaculate into things. Simple as. Done deal. Yep. There's no further attachment. There's no social bond. There's nothing. You're not getting exploited for it. The entire point. Yeah, there's no lie. It's a transaction.
Yeah.
Whereas the entire point of OnlyFans is to trick you into thinking that you can have a relationship. That's the key difference. Yeah. This is for sex. This is for a relationship.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because the fundamental dishonesty behind OnlyFans is, I'm going to pretend to be your girlfriend. And it's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. That's not on.
You are selling a parasocial relationship, and in the most active and exploitative way possible.
Yeah, it's cutting into our business. Send us more super chats. We're selling the parasocial relationship. Ban this sick filth.
That too. I'm
Chat, have I told you how much I love you recently? Thinking of you, babe. You're looking good today.
I could send up a DM system that sends you messages every day, chat.
That's what my Twitter feed is.
Service guarantees
there you go.
citizenship.
So, the more and more I thought about it, more and more my position has firmed on the syntax. Like, no, I actually do think that maybe, and I get it, all of the counter arguments as well. So they pre-slope, moral taxation, the left. Like, yes. I'm not saying that this is necessarily a good idea. I'm just saying that I really fucking like it.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not preventing them from doing it. It's just preventing the excess damage it does to society.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they'll still be wealthy. You know, they'll still make a lot of fucking money. I made $5 million on my first day, but I only walked over 2.5 million. Well, boo fucking who?
It is surely a tragedy. And sure, the government is going to take that money, and they're all going to completely fucking waste it. I know, but this isn't about money. This is about punishment. Okay, speaking of punishment, something I found fascinating as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're probably not the biggest in on the streaming scene today.
No, but I saw this going around because people like trying to dunk on this guy,
Yes.
and I'm like, no, whoa, this guy's doing exactly the right thing. What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah. So, popular ex-streamer now, because he's apparently quit or something, Kai Cenat, has decided to start a self-improvement series where he does things like read.
Yeah.
And this caused a large, weird controversy where, I guess, it's been a common, like, joke in the black community that you'll get credit for going to jail and you'll be yelled at for reading. And I always thought, like, okay, well, that's a funny haha. And, well, apparently not.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, so I saw him like, oh, he had to look up words. Well, yeah, he's learning.
Yeah.
He's learning how to not to
Service
read
guarantees
necessarily, but like to
citizenship.
improve his literacy. Yeah, there are going to be loads of words he's not familiar with, and it's right that he checks them out, and other people will learn from the experience as well. Like, there's nothing bad about this at all. This is very wholesome. Good for him.
And I also get, like, the counter side, as Josh here actually put it quite well. I wish I could navigate wanting to give Kai props while also pointing out that this perfectly illustrates a current problem with society. Yes! God, yes. The fact that you have a fully grown man, educated, I presume, a multi-millionaire, owning probably more shoes than you and I combined.
Well, I mean, a homeless person owns more shoes than I do. Like, I've got like one pair.
I have 2 pairs of shoes and a winter pair.
Well,
So I'm
yeah,
quite
okay.
well
I've got
equipped.
shoes for different things. I've got some trainers for the gym. I've got some dress shoes for when I'm going out, and I've got some boots.
But
the ones I normally wear.
this has been a common complaint as well. Like, America has several dialectics, and one of them is the black, and it sounds terrible, and it's weird, and it's become a language.
Dialects, yeah.
Yeah, dialects.
Yeah.
Not dialects, dialects, yes.
Yeah, dialects, yeah.
And Kai Cenat himself speaks in that way, that sort of kind of elaborate
guarantees
underclass kind of way.
Yeah.
And it makes him sound like a peasant.
Yeah. Worse. It makes him sound like a street rat.
Yes.
It's like it's literally talking street. He's like a hoodlum.
Yes.
It's like, okay, but nobody outside of that community thinks well of it.
No. Absolutely. Like, it's the social stigma. You speak like a thug.
Yeah.
And
But
this
also,
despite
you
the
speak like
fact
a retard.
that the man is probably the top 0 point something % of the US populace at this point.
Oh, what, in earnings?
I
Yeah.
have lost.
Yes.
Shit.
And the fact that he now has also realized that he sounds like this and is going to try to fix it, and not to mention as well, this actually does increase your intelligence quite significantly, because there are a lot of terms, words, ideas that you will simply not be aware of unless you read shit.
Yeah, and if you can't articulate the thought, you can't have the thought.
Yes.
It literally hems in your own understanding of the world if you can't conceptualize of it.
Yes. Unironically, read is the correct outcome here.
Yeah, this is why I was trying to get V to read books. V, we've got to read
Ignorant
books, mate.
slut.
He's like, no.
And again, I understand the problem where, like, this is an example of how the society has failed many people, how, and not even society, how this has built up these people, made it popular.
Yeah.
As in a world full of illiterate retards, and my immediate reaction to this was, come on, there can't be that many illiterate retards. But then I immediately catch myself. Here's a grown man struggling to read like a 5th grader. I'm like, oh, shit. No, this is actually a concern.
But I'm totally behind this guy. Totally behind this guy. Really respect this.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's the thing. You can absolutely respect what he's doing, and I do, whilst also simultaneously pointing out that the man reads like a 5th grader, which means something has gone horribly wrong here.
But everyone knows that something's gone horribly wrong. Like, that's obvious.
Well, to you and I, yes, but considering the number of people who are taking a disparaging position against this, like, there's clearly a lot of people who either don't understand or actually prefer this.
Yeah, well, remember, the path of least resistance is the most traveled.
Yeah.
So it's easier to just be a fucking retard your whole life. But what's this guy's name again?
Kai seen it.
Kai seen it. I'm going to look him up.
And this really does go along with just an IQ problem as well. And I'm not even talking about IQ as in intelligence here, like the ability to have complex thoughts or to be smart. Because there was another clip I was shown a side scroller one day, which showed an American footballer. And he was talking about, he was using complex terminology, like the purpose of a thing is to do what it is designed to do. But he was using black speak to say it, and I'm like, you sound like an idiot, but you clearly understand what you are saying, so why do you insist on putting it in retard?
Yeah, speak normally.
Yeah. And this goes to show also that there's a serious lack of this kind of, how do I put it, like social intelligence? No, learning. You know what? No, here's the thing. The difference is between wisdom and learned knowledge, right? Wisdom and knowledge. Because the knowledge is lacking. And this was demonstrated with another thing going on, like the I Show Speed, another streamer that was going around in Africa.
Yeah.
And it has been hilarious to watch, because you have scenes like where he shows up and he's like, why are there Greek statues in Egypt?
Oh, fucking hell, retard.
What do you mean? And he was like, wait, the Greeks used to own Egypt?
A lot of people used to own Egypt.
Yes.
I mean, someone should tell them that one day the blacks used to own Egypt.
Yes. Like, there were pharaohs before the Greek pharaohs, too.
Yeah. Like, unironically, in like the 8th century BC, and there was a Numidian dynasty.
Yeah. And, like, this is one of those things where it's like, everybody knows this. Like, no. We are overestimating how much everybody knows.
We are.
And this goes on for quite some time. Like, his entire tour, I've been considering doing a full like breakdown on it, because it's full of so many things. Like, also, Ethiopia is the only black nation to have never been colonized, and that's true. But he goes on to say, we were never conquered. Actually, the Italians conquered you.
Yeah, it's hard to think of a nation that hasn't been conquered.
Yes, but the Italians didn't colonize you because the Italians were shit at it.
Yeah. In fact, is there a nation who hasn't been conquered? Switzerland?
No, they were owned by the Austrians for ages. And he says things like, there's the only black nation that has never been defeated. Like, no, that's not true.
Well, yeah, that's not true.
You were the only black nation to defeat a European power, though. The Italians.
Yeah. I mean, well done, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm laughing at the Italians, not you guys.
Yes.
That's good. No, that's good. Yeah, exactly. Good job on your part, because obviously you're going to have had inferior technology and whatnot. It's just funny that the Italians fucked it up.
Yes. The Italians remain to this day the sole singular European power to ever lose a war against an African nation. It is quite impressive. But this also spirals into a wider theme here that we've forgotten what propaganda is, it seems like. As now the narrative becomes, IShowSpeed's Africa tour has dramatically changed global perception, particularly in the United States. Millions of fans now realizing how mistaken their views were, with several creators openly expressing embarrassment after confusing they truly believe most African countries are still made up of huts.
You know, that is actually a good thing. That is actually a good thing. Well done to IShowSpeed.
Citizenship.
Well, the interesting part is, now people think that Africa is a utopia.
Great, go there.
Absolutely. As I had a viral tweet on this where it's like, oh, Africa's not jungles and poverty is actually an incredibly advanced civilization. Okay. So we can stop sending the foreign aid. Right?
Perfect.
You don't need it.
I agree with Freddie there. In fact, we could do some foreign aid from Africa, to be honest.
Yeah.
Things are getting really shit here.
They can start paying back some of their debts, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is, of course, the exact opposite of reality. The poverty rate in Ethiopia is 43%. So nearly half of the population is living in poverty. And yet then you also look at a city like this with the skyscraper and you wonder...
Well, everywhere that was developing was like that, you know. China's doubtless like that still, you know, like, so that's really not that bad, actually. That, you know, compared to what it would have been like 30 years ago. I think that's probably a massive improvement.
Actually, the poverty rates have increased.
Oh, have they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they went from 33% to 43%.
Not since colonialism. I mean, you know, since decolonization.
And poverty rates have still increased.
Fuck, okay. All right,
yeah, it's just gotten worse.
I was being optimistic, all right?
And it makes you wonder, like, okay, so look at all of this stuff, and then you're thinking, okay, but half of your country is starving.
Yeah, but
what's going on here?
I am actually up for Africans having improved their own countries, right? I'm actually up for that. Obviously, I don't want to pay for it because I'm a massive Scrooge. But I am actually up for helping if we can help. Like, you know, sending expertise. You know, if they want to hire, like, Western experts to teach them how to govern or whatever it is, you know, fine. That's totally fine. And it would be nice if Africans could take pride in their countries so they didn't feel the need to come to mine.
Yes. But the problem is that is not reality. And this idea that Africa is some glowing Wakanda is utter nonsense. And this is the thing. This perception has come from a tour sponsored by the tourist authorities of these countries.
Yeah, but like I said, you've got to fake it till you make it. You know what I mean?
Ignorant
I
slut.
suppose, but like, people have bought into literal propaganda, not
People
batting an
always buy into
eyelash at it.
People always buy into literal propaganda. That's what it's for.
Ugh.
Honestly, Arch, you've got to understand. It's fine.
I don't like it.
No, I'm more literal propaganda that says Africa is a utopia is good.
And it also leads to a lot of weird stuff as well, where there are loads of people who comment like, okay, but we'll just stop sending you resources if you cut the foreign aid. Like, listen, we buy that. That's the basis for your economy. You produce shit, we purchase it.
Yeah.
That's separate from foreign aid.
And if it helps, that's the basis of every economy.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of people who make the very good point of, listen, we don't see any of that money. It just all goes to NGOs and corrupt politicians. Like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be better if you were just selling us goods instead so the money did go to you?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
They don't want foreign aid. I don't want to send
Are
it.
you ready to rut this yellow mare's
I believe we are in agreement.
Yeah, I'm seeing how this plan's coming together, but I do want coffee or whatever it is that you're growing and making.
Yeah.
I'm happy to trade for that. Here's some, here's one of the king's shillings. I'm happy to give you this in exchange for that thing that you have. And I think everyone walks away a winner.
And we'll keep paying you for it, as we have done.
And then you can look at the nice fancy things we make and you say, I would like to use this shilling to buy one of those. And we'll say, yes. Yes, you can. Here you go, my good sir. And suddenly the world starts becoming better for everyone, everywhere, all the time.
That would be the ideal. But
God, it's almost like someone's thought about this in advance.
Yeah. I do like the weird cope around it, like racism, of course, as per usual. But Africa has vast resource and potential, but also faces challenges that require support. It's about partnership, not handouts. Like, okay, but it is handouts, though.
Yeah, but okay, no, I do agree with that, though. Like, yeah, you've got lots of resources. Dig them out of the ground and we'll give you money for them.
Yeah, but that's paying them. That's separate from foreign aid.
Yeah, obviously. And this has always been the argument against fucking foreign aid, though. Yeah. Foreign aid just creates dependence.
Yes.
You guys don't know shit because we're just giving you money and you're not earning it.
Yes.
If you earned it, you'd gain skills. Like, we're not successful because we got handouts, for fuck's sake.
It's learned helplessness. They have no incentive to do any of this by themselves because some foreign aid NGO will come and do it for them. Some rich billionaire who feels bad of strangling puppies or going to Epstein Island will go and do it for them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't strangle puppies or go to Epstein Island, so I don't have a guilt complex. So when you're like, oh, I'm poor and starving, give me money, I'm just like, no, get a fucking job.
Yeah. But it's also like, this goes again to the IQ problem of so many people genuinely believe that we're still just taking their stuff. Yeah. It's like, no, like, listen, here's the thing. There's multiple levels to this. One, you don't actually have the technology to dig up the cobalt, the coltium, the platinum, the chromium, the gold, the coffee, the tea. You can't produce these things. You actually can't.
If you did dig up a bunch of cobalt, what would you do with it?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, what's your plan for the cobalt?
There was even another one. It's like, oh, we'll keep all the gold and the diamonds. And I was like, listen, gold and diamond has zero value to you. Yeah. It's only when you can offer that to somebody else and go, hey, look at this shiny rock. Whoa, that's worth $1,000. That's when it has value.
Well, particularly in the case of diamonds, it's worthless without skills.
Yes.
You have to craft it. You have to work it into something that is worthwhile to have. And, I'm not saying that Africans can't get those skills or anything, but there's got to be more to it than just owning the diamond.
Yes. And clearly, this has not been successful. Like, we haven't been able to build the skill. Again, if there's 43% of people living in poverty, obviously you don't have enough jobs. But if you have all of these natural resources, jobs should not be a problem, should they? The refinement industry, the extraction industry.
Get mining.
Yes. And all of it comes down to this idea, this absurd notion that all of their stuff has just been stolen from them, that they can't use this. It's just Europeans coming in. No, it's yours. You own it legally. Start fucking extracting it. Start refining it. Start making and selling stuff.
And the thing is, right, like, in the case of the British, at least, I don't know about the other empires, we would just pay people to do work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, what happened? Well, we paid them to do this. We paid them to do that. It's like, oh, okay. Well, what's the problem? You're stealing our stuff. No, we're not stealing anything. We're literally giving you good money for it.
And this again just circles back to the Empire of Dust and how there is this culture of non-engagement with how they have the knowledge. They have no. Well, listen, they don't have knowledge. They have the resources right there. There's people come from miles away to please let me help you. Let me teach you how to get the shiny shit out of the ground.
Yeah. But this is the thing. They've got to want to do it.
Yes.
Like, we can't force them. Like in Empire of Dust, where he's just like, oh, they're not turning up for work again or whatever. It's like, well, then they don't want it then, do they?
Yeah. Like, there is so many deeper societal issues here that goes so far beyond foreign aid.
Yeah.
But hey, if this makes many people want to re-immigrate to Africa, then I'm not going to object.
And you know, they could probably do with educated Western blacks. They probably could use those people.
Unironically, yes. People who have absorbed a measure of Western work ethics would probably actually do incredibly well in Africa.
Yeah, and not just the work ethic as well, but just genuinely, like, you know, education. Like, how is X done? Well, if you know because you were educated in a Western university, you're going to make a fucking killing in Africa.
Hmm. Very much so. Ah. And it will help prevent things like this. My wife was watching Bridgerton, and it's an episode where the Bridgertons are going to meet the Queen of England. And I asked her, who's the Queen of England? Is it the black lesbian? But then the Bridgerton really do meet the Queen of England, and she really is a black lesbian.
Oh my god. Well, you know, again, this is just part of the long war that the entertainment industry is waging against the native people of Europe.
Yep.
And I wish I was overstating that, but I'm really not.
Nope. Nope. You're really not. We have one more war to cover as well. That's the currently ongoing civil war in the US. But before that, we catch up with a few more of the Superchats. As I genuinely believe at this point that America is basically in a state of low-tier civil war. I don't see any other way to fucking view it anymore.
Yeah, but the problem is, the civil war is between, like, idealistic white women who should be at home looking after their kids and the government.
Tommy Lee for 500 warp tokens. I'm against the sin tax, not because people shouldn't be punished for the poor decisions, but I'm against the government enforcing morals. And
well, no. The government does enforce morals, whether you like it or not, I think. And so I'm sorry, but this is what we've learned from Lord of the Rings, right? It's like no. There will always be a vacuum of power if you just leave it unfilled, and you have to make sure the evil doesn't fill it. And the only way you can do that is by filling it with an affirmative good. We don't have a choice here. This is a dream that power will not be used to enforce morals. And if you don't do it, someone else will. And so it has to be us. We have to get past this.
And this already happens. We already have things like tax on tobacco products or alcohol because we've decided, okay, we don't like this. This is bad for us. We wish to add in punishments to it.
Well, the very concept of law is about the enforcement of morality.
Yes. Not to mention, though, the Western preference for progressivism is almost entirely also based on the enforcement of it.
Yeah. So, no, we have to get past this. We are the good people. We know what right and wrong is, and we're going to impose it.
Yep, we're going to have to wield this stick because it's already being wielded against us.
Exactly. We've been down this road and we've learned the lesson, and that's just the way things have to be. I'm really sorry. I like your view, by the way. I would have preferred that as well. But unfortunately, we've learned that's not how it works. And so it's not how we're going to respond to it.
So Loxon, I'm willing to take on hot Asians, not UK definition, but that is as far as I go.
Well, you know, I'll run it by my wife, but I don't think she's going to be happy with it.
Can I smell your feet?
A reasonable centrist position. Sinestro, hey Arch, what's the news about Noah being worried about Svalbard being next after Greenland? Yeah, I saw that, but it's literally just our politicians and news channels trying to hype up some fear. That's all it is.
And there is way less on Svalbard than there is on Greenland. And there's
Yes.
way less strategic value in Svalbard.
And even if the Americans were like, hey, we'd like to give you $5 million for Svalbard. Cool.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's...
I'm considering
you
it.
probably get more. You know,
Yeah.
I'd get more than that. But
The population is
yeah.
primarily made up of polar bears.
Yeah, exactly. There's polar bears and a research station, right?
Yeah. And there's a coal mine, which we refuse to use because we're so fucking green.
I can't believe that Norway doesn't have fucking coal.
Well, that's the thing. We have actually an enormous coal mine on Svalbard. It's fucking huge, but we don't use it because it's not green. So we just refuse.
Yeah, but I mean, Norway must have coal on the mainland.
Not much. And what we do have, we refuse to mine.
Okay, actually, it is quite small. 2.2 million short tons. That's really, really small.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how much coal Britain has?
Loads.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And let me find just. It's like, look, where is it? Yeah, billions of tons of highest estimates are 3.5 to 3.88 billion tons of coal still underground, but we don't use it. Guess why? That's right, woke globalist fucking eco shit.
Yes. I mean, the thing is too, okay, so Britain actually has fairly significant oil and natural gas reserves in their part of the ocean.
Massive amounts.
The
But we're not-
problems
we're not
is,
having it.
one, you don't know how to get it. Two, it's really hard to get it because it's fucking stupid deep. And three, you haven't been willing to put in the money to figure out how to get it.
I know.
But if that was done, you'd have more oil than Norway by a significant
I know.
margin.
I know. And it's really annoying. And the thing is, we've got other stuff as well. We've got loads of iron. I only learned this the other day. We've got loads of iron. And so you can see how Britain was perfectly placed for the Industrial Revolution, actually.
You
Coal,
ignorant
oil, and
slut.
steel. Oh, brilliant. We've got loads of it. It's basically the only natural resources we have, but at least we have them. You know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the only thing we have even somewhat decent amounts of is, one type of radioactive dirt we haven't figured out how to use yet without blowing ourselves up.
Mm.
And things like nickel and iron ore, which is just cheaper to import from anywhere else at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, I assume that, like, you know, in the mountains, you must have loads of resources.
We do, but the thing is, it costs so much to extract it that it's just not worth it.
It's cheaper to get Africans to do it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Nolly. Sorry, to post the video on the training channel. It's just the Inquisitor's brutal interrogation by Forge Fane. I really want to see both of you perspective of the Inquisitors against the traitor. We shall keep that in mind. Marine Elva, Google is shadow banning comments again, even deleting paid ones. Litigation might be the works, mass arbitration, anyone. Oh yeah, I've heard that again. Apparently YouTube has started unsubscribing people from channels for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, and do you know how I know this happened? Because on my recent subscribers tab, V came up on my Sargon channel. It's like, I know V's subscribed to my fucking channel. Like, and obviously I'm subscribed to his. So it's like, how the fuck has that happened? So in fact, I better check, actually, now that I say that. I mean, I say I'm subscribed to his channel. Yeah, I am still subscribed to his channel. That's good. But yeah.
Freinor Lutter, former Air Force Base Command guy, which is now in the Space Force. The Greenland base Thule is pronounced Thule. Thule.
Yeah.
We pronounce it like the Danish. Could have pronounced it cooler, but we decided to be silly like the Danish. Oh, it's because it's Danish, so it's not even Thule. It's probably Tulle. Fucking Danes, I hate them.
I love the fact that your language is basically the same language in a different accent.
Well, no. We speak normal. The Danes speak as if they're choking on something.
Yeah, same language, different accent.
Okay, Sargon, I'm going to teach you how to count in Danish, okay? The Danish count using fractions, okay? Before we continue this fucking vile assault on my language.
Really? Why?
Yes, nobody knows.
Why would you count in fractions?
So the Danish counting is Unipiece's a vigesimal system, meaning it counts in 20s rather than 10. The number 90 is expressed as half fives, which translates to 4 1/2 20.
Why?
Nobody fucking knows.
I mean, like, with the Babylonians and Sumerians, right? They use base 12. And it sounds weird. Why would you do it in 12s? But it's because of the number of sections on your fingers. If you've got 4 fingers, each with 3 sections, you can see how they were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with their thumb tracing the thing. And that's at the dawn of mathematics, right? So, okay, but that makes sense. You can see why they did that. Why would you do base 20?
Nobody knows.
That's weird.
They just did it, and they keep doing it.
Okay, but the point is you can understand the language, so...
Barely.
It's Norwegian in a different accent.
Carson Casimir, my predictions that Venezuela was to part deny oil, but also have contingency with oil fields close to home if Iran goes south and political upheaval disrupts Arab oil supply and prices. I mean, this will also, by the way, if America actually gets their hands on a decent amount of oil, it will crater the cost of oil, which will finally ruin the Russian war chest.
Economy.
Yeah. Because their entire war chest is currently running off fucking Germans being like, we're gonna have to keep buying your stuff.
I fucking love Germans, man. I love the arrogance of Germans so fucking much. Like, can you imagine how fucking angry it must make your average German to realize that they've totally screwed themselves and they're financing the Russian war effort?
Yeah.
It's so funny. And the German leadership is just too arrogant to admit they fucked up. They laughed in Trump's face, and it's just like, you fucking retards.
It's literally the meme of my tax dollars somehow also my tax dollars.
Yeah. And the Germans are sat there like, no, we are doing moral things, and therefore this makes sense. And it's like, no. And this is just how Germans think, man.
Yeah. They're sending shit to Ukraine to be blown up by the shit they themselves paid for.
Yeah. So Russia can take like 10 square feet of land.
And I mean,
or else they destroy the planet. Else global warming kills everyone. It's like, come on, guys. Come on. No one fucking believes this, right?
Zoloxon, no, for chaos. Chaos is evil. That's the problem.
Yeah. To be honest, that's why it's fun to play, though, right?
Yes.
Like, it's a tabletop board game. And if your real life starts resembling chaos, you're the problem. Like, my real life resembles the Imperium of Man in basically every single way.
I love the meme that the progressives passed around to justify hating the Imperium. Like, it's the most brutal, bloody regime imaginable. It's like, it's literally not even the most brutal, bloody regime in its own setting.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's literally like my kids complaining that my bedtime regime is the most brutal, bloody imaginable. It's like, yep, you're going to bed at 7:30 or whatever it is. Get to bed now and enforce them. It's like, no, the suppression. It's like, it could be way worse. It could be way, way worse. But you are going to bed, so,
Yep. Riven Norse sent you a Discord DM about Diesel Mech Shooter. I shall check it out. Marine Alva, replying to one of Sargon's videos last week, it used to be taxes were revenue and fines were deterrents. Now it's taxes are deterrents and fines are revenue. As far as it raised fines.
That's a great point. Because in Britain, the video they're responding to is probably the one where a guy got fined for spitting out a leaf when it blew into his mouth, or a guy got fined for putting his rubbish in his van in a bag, rather than scattering it on the floor, which would have been fine and wouldn't get fined. There was, I there's another one as well. It's just unbelievable levels of pettiness. And it's just like, what the fuck is happening here, man? And obviously, it's the bureaucratization of our country, and it's just awful.
Yes, and it is literally the bureaucracy. So there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of fucking bureaucrats across the earth. Their sole singular job is to invent new impositions upon your liberties.
Yeah, and not one of them has ever gotten laid.
And it sounds absurd and dystopian, but it's true.
Yeah, and that's the reason they do everything. Sexual frustration. I hate them.
It's like we are in a position now, in Germany in particular, like everything is basically illegal. Everything is illegal to some degree.
Yeah.
And we basically exist in a world of non-enforcement where it's almost become just like a quiet threat. You know, step out of line and we'll find something to get you with.
Yeah. And this is why England traditionally was literally, I mean, go back 100 years and England was considered a fucking paradise because we took the opinion that actually until it's made illegal, everything is legal, right? And this gave the average Englishman 100 years ago a level of freedom that was just unknown almost everywhere on earth. Like almost nowhere on earth did anyone have as much freedom as the average Englishman. And look at us now.
Well, now you don't even have the freedom to play your own propaganda games.
Yeah, now you don't have the freedom to fucking spit a leaf out of your mouth without being fined. It's fucking... Oh, I hate it so much.
So, let me go to the Pathways site right now and see if it's still down.
I like how popular that's become.
Oh, it's back up again, but have they taken away the voice acting?
The server's just struggling.
It's back up again now. No, I do love how popular Amelia has become.
Yeah, and just the whole game itself, you know, it's just become a very popular thing. And you know that they're fucking seething. Fucking seething about this.
They are, undoubtedly. And it's just because it's funny, too, because I've watched many other people play it now, and everybody basically reacts in the same way. It's like, downloading a video is illegal. What do you mean?
Not just illegal. Terrorist activity.
Yes.
Not just illegal. It was just illegal. I mean, okay, fair enough, you know. No, now you're an enemy of the state.
Yep. Harry, the human substitute rancor. Foolish space marine, how does it feel to fight for a dying emperor, said the demon. Euphoric, the Chad replied. MJ Bull, Sargon, Lord of the Rings is a warning against falling into despair and cynicism. Martin is Denethor, mind broken by what Sauron showed him in the Palantir, into railing about the futilities of resisting evil.
Yeah, that's so totally true. That was the point I was making in the video. Like, George R.R. Martin basically accepts the reign of Sauron. Yeah, everything's bad, and we're all going to be debauched and perverse and illegitimate, and we're all going to lie, and we're all going to backstab each other. And Tolkien's like, we don't have to live under the reign of Sauron. Like we could be men of goodwill and keep faith with one another. And George R.R. Martin just can't bring it in himself to fucking believe it.
Rubber Legs, if we're talking about Africa, when do we get a full review of Empire of Dust from you two? Also from previous Bridge episode about propaganda films, T-34 from Russia is good if slightly fanciful. See, Empire of Dust is a really fucking difficult watch because it's really slow. It's all in fucking Chinese.
I was going to say it's subtitles.
Yeah, it's a sucky watch, but it's also something you have to watch to just begin to understand.
Yeah.
Tubman Russell, crossing the US for work. Thanks for helping my continued sanity. After 20 hours of driving, you start to lose it. I can imagine. Jesus. Stay sane, my friend. John Adams, chat, please help us push the Doom 2016 fund over the line by targeting it with your Superchats. If you don't have another game in mind, Doom 2016. That is right.
Doom 2016?
Yeah, they want me to play it. Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah, but I don't want to play it.
You don't want to play it?
No.
Why not?
Because chats get uppity with me and when I'm playing for FPSs.
Oh, right, okay. Well, Doom 2016 was actually good.
Heresy's the question. Fire
Timothy
is the
LaRue,
answer.
my stupid country, Canada, is determined to become China's next oil piggy.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? How Trudeau fucking loved China and was like getting Chinese army to drill in Canada and stuff like that. It's like, what the fuck is happening, man?
I'm Attackman, only 10 minutes late, catching right up at 2x speed. Welcome. Alex Adamson, react to them, react to put them in a box. Oh, there you go. By Leaflet. AI song about Asmongold is great. Gravitim, Midas Front, Lumia Sargon. I saw that one. Yeah, it's short. We can do that one.
I have lost.
Cool dudes for $50. Thank you very much, sir. Greetings from Canada. PM is currently in China for trade talks. One of the possibilities is us starting to sell our oil to them. We also may send some troops to Greenland. Which sounds particularly idiotic. Like, Canada is going to be like, we have this enormous undefended border with the world's largest military superpower. Should we send some troops to a territory they want? Fred, 58. Doesn't the US have military bases all over Europe? So if a war actually happens between the US and Europe, it would literally be a walk to the capital. All right. We'll watch a couple of videos. We'll watch the Leaflet one, but first, I'm going to switch the share screen. I want to watch this one first.
Okay.
Because...
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's finally happening.
Yeah,
Female space marines, or female custodians, apparently, are getting miniatures, or so is the rumor. And I am excited.
Yeah, I am.
I want GW to finally just pull the plug, to rip out their own throats.
Yeah.
Let's see
Are
here.
you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt?
We'll put it on high speed.
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the quintessentially quirky
Are you
Dr.
ready
Disaster.
to rut
And
this
if
Can I
there's
just,
one thing
pause
that...
buttery butt?
This is cool framing.
It
Like, it's
is.
a cool setting, you know? Like, that's pretty cool. I like it.
progressives hate. It's the idea of people enjoying something like Warhammer without them trying to butt in and cause conflict by trying to change everything.
Yes. And of course, it's societal power. Like, the reason why they care about 40k all of a sudden is because, oh, hey, the next Star Wars. He needs to be woke and gay.
And yeah, not just that. They view it as a bastion of male power. That's what
Yes.
it is.
And so it has to be destroyed.
Exactly. The 40k is not demoralizing men, it's remoralizing them, and therefore we have to subvert it. That's what it is. It's literally that simple.
As an example, they tried shitting on everyone's parade a few months ago, as you may recall, when the upcoming game Warhammer 40k Boltgun 2 was announced. In that game, one of the main characters that you can use is a member of the Sisters of Battle, and naturally there were people in Wokehammer who tried stirring up shit by claiming that Chudhammer was very pissed off about the inclusion of this character.
Yep. I remember the fucking strawmen. They were building their angriest sister battle. And I was like, wait, I can
No,
play
they're an
a
established faction. They're cool. What is your problem?
hot chick killing heretics.
But I mean, how old is the Sisters of Battle as a faction?
Very. I don't remember exactly now, but they were out in the
I'm looking it
90s,
up.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you ready
Yeah,
to
they're
rut
really
this yellow
old.
mare's fluttery buttery butt?
I mean, I can't even find it. They were released in 1997 for second edition,
There you go.
and
Yeah.
they're mentioned in Rogue Trader.
Oh, yeah, they were there in some of the oldest artwork, the Sisters of Sin, their proto
Are
versions.
you ready to rut
Yeah,
this
yeah,
yellow mare's fluttery
The thing
buttery
is,
butt?
and this is what I guess they don't understand, is that Sisters of Battle is not a subversion of Space Marines.
Well, it's partially that, but it's also the fact that these people actually are tourists. They don't know that the Sisters of Battle are actually beloved. They don't understand that. They view this in the same lens as they do. When they are getting into Warhammer 40k, it is for the culture war of it. So they look at a female character, and from their culture war lens, that must mean the Chuds hate that character.
Yeah, and exactly, right. But they don't understand that the problem is subversion, right? The Sisters of Battle do nothing to damage the prestige, the integrity, or the exclusivity of the Space Marines. Absolutely nothing, right? They are just another Imperial faction. Loads of people like them. I've never heard anyone complain about them because they're not trying to destroy something. They are just their own thing, and everyone's happy with it. The Space Marines are their own thing, everyone's happy with it, and so they can't understand that people wouldn't be bothered by this.
Basically, their strategy, whenever something new comes out, seems to be to try to goad Chudhammer into conflict. But in reality, the Chuds, the so-called Chuds, are not bothered by this at all.
We don't care. We don't care.
No, that's exactly right. But I think Chudhammer needs to remember, be prepared to chimp whenever it's necessary.
Yes.
Like, chimp only when necessary, but be ready to do it when we have to.
The Sisters of Battle have always been around, and they are generally considered awesome. Wokehammer interprets Chudhammer's distaste for the notion of female custodies or female space marines as some kind of a slight against women, but in reality, the problem is that Chudhammer is simply resisting change for the sake of so-called progress.
Yeah. They want to put in women in 40k for politics. We don't. That's it. And that's the problem. It's not women, it's the reason behind them. Again, this is what I explained.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Because if they were like, yeah, okay, what we'd like is a new faction of women Space Marines that were, like Sisters of Battle style thing. Like, if we would like a new faction of women, please. Everyone would be like, well, I mean, okay. If you need one, I guess. It's because they're trying to destroy the Space Marines. That's what it is. They're trying to destroy the Space Marines.
Well, yeah, and that, again, is where it comes down to the intent behind it. I talked about this in a video ages ago when they introduced one of the Black Ultramarines, and I was basically saying, okay, whether or not Space Marines can be black depends entirely on the author, because normally Space Marines become a genetic clone of the Primarch, which means they'll probably take on their shade. They can also change color in the sun. They've got a special part of their Adaptus Astartes physiology that does this.
You know what? Normal humans do that too, for fuck's sake.
Yes. So the only reason why people complain about a black Space Marine is because they look at it and go, but what is the reason you introduced this? Because we're not blind, we're not idiots, we know you're malicious, and so obviously we're going to look at it first and go, yeah, but why though?
You think this is our first fucking day in the warp, for fuck's sake. We know how malignant you fuckers are.
Exactly. And that is why the progressives, again, think that any addition of a female is a culture war thing, and they try to rile up the Chuds for it.
But the thing is, it's so great as well, because they don't like the Sisters of Battle.
No, they don't. They never play them.
They don't, and they don't talk about them. They don't play them. They don't like them. They're not interested in them. And you remember that tweet of that one fucking wokey who was just like, yeah, I just want to take it away from you. And it's like, yes, I know. That's exactly, I know that's what you want. And that's always been what you want. And that's why we're just giving you the hard no.
If an item does not appear in our records, it does not exist.
The factions of Warhammer are not progressive. This is a grim, dark setting where survival is fought for inch by inch. And while the members of Wokehammer, as they sit in their quiet little homes, sipping on a latte and munching on avocado toast, while they might think that not being inclusive is some sort of a grave sin, the Imperium simply would not and does not give a shit.
Have you ever seen such cruelty?
The Imperium are well beyond such luxury concerns, and changing long-standing lore is a great way to alienate longtime fans. But it appears that the people at Games Workshop are more interested in the whims of a bunch of people more concerned with real-life politics than they are the consistency of the setting of their game.
Because GW doesn't care anymore. It's not their setting. The current crop of people at Games Workshop didn't make Warhammer. They don't care about Warhammer. They don't know the lore about Warhammer. They're just in charge of it.
And not only that, they are moderns as well, right?
Yep.
Like they agree with the morality of the woke. They're not like thinkers, And like I pointed out in the video the other day, they've just accidentally been left holding the world's most reactionary setting.
Yeah.
And it's just like, sorry, lads.
And they're really upset with it, and they're trying to change it, and they're putting out articles to try and disavow it.
Which they've done at least twice now.
Yep.
Naming the Space Marines, naming the Imperium. Oh yeah, we don't. What? The Imperium's fueled by hate. It's like, okay, is this written by Chaos Hands? Was it?
Marshall Bohemian over on X is pretty plugged into what's happening with all things Warhammer. His sources are generally spot on, and according to him, it sounds like on Friday, Games Workshop is going to be previewing some new Adeptus Custodes minis for the games, and apparently they are going to have female heads for these minis. The only question is, will they play this off as though the obviously female designs are male, or will they just own it and tell the fans of 40k,
Welcome to save you from yourselves!
Oh, they'll cut. They'll be like, no. These are just heads. They're just heads. What are you talking about?
Yes, because they did that with the Space Marines, where they put out some heads that looked suspiciously female.
Yeah.
And they said they weren't.
Yeah. They'll just be really slimy about it.
and already we have gotten a ton of new subscribers lately, which is why it is already time to ask the following question.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo!
We have now reached 186,000.
That's a good joke.
There we go.
Canonical to the history of the franchise. If you don't recall, this is what Warhammer officially said a few years ago when they first introduced this controversy into the game, using all the subtlety and finesse of a drunken sumo wrestler trying to sneakily walk over a floor made of bubble wrap. They wrote, in regards to female custodians, there have always been female custodians since the first of the 10,000 were created.
And this, by the way,
we just never mentioned it.
This was the engineer is Tom Mendelsohn, the guy who did the whole Charlie Kirk thing after his passing too. This was the activist within the company pushing for this, actively poisoning the company.
Yeah, I hate the chuds. I hate the chuds. And the thing is, you've got to believe there's just the average Games Workshop worker who's just like, I'm just here for the game, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What the fuck is a chud?
Ignorant slut.
And of course, that is utter bullshit. But that didn't stop them from trying to shove their progressive fantasies down everyone's throats. Apparently, it is perfectly fine that we have an all-girls club with a faction like the Sisters of Battle, which for the record actually is pretty fine. I have no problem with that. But according to these people, that's okay. But if you don't include women in a men's faction, that is some kind of evil. Anyhow, with that context in mind, Marshall Bohemian...
No, hang on, just pause. Correct. And like this chap's doing a good job in the video, but he has to understand it's because they're trying to take it away from you.
Yeah.
They don't want you to have something, you personally.
Well, I think this is a general culture commentator person, so he probably doesn't know the politics behind it as much.
Yeah, I know. But the point is literally, if you didn't care about it, they wouldn't pay attention either.
Yes. Well, it's because it's popular. This is a vehicle through which they can send more of their message, and Games Workshop is a very receptive company as well. There is no pushback from them.
They just want to take it away from you. It's literally that simple.
Games Workshop would love to make 40k progressive. The only thing that's stopping them is the fact that they know if they do, they're going to kill their franchise overnight.
Chudhammer is the only thing standing between Games Workshop and its total ruination.
I have lost.
Over on X tried talking about this subject on Twitch, but his video was taken down and copyright claimed for whatever reason, so I'm not able to include direct quotes from his videos, and instead we are going to pivot to using his posts on X, which will explain this news. He was talking to someone about the Amazon...
Just a quick thing here, by the way. Just to be clear, that you might be thinking, well, hang on a second. If they ruin Warhammer, they ruin their own company. Why would they do that? Because it's a great question, right? Very reasonable question, right? But we have seen time and time again, they are more than happy to do that. They will sacrifice for their ideology.
Well, they don't think it'll ruin it. Like, I know. It sounds absurd. We've had 10 years of evidence to the contrary, but they're moral crusaders. You got to view it in your own terminology, right? They think they're doing the correct thing. They think not doing this is the evil thing.
Yep.
And so they will push for it. And they will, again, no matter how many times they fall into the crowd and the crowd doesn't catch them, they will equally so expect to be caught by the wider audience every time.
And even then, right, even when like the reality hits them in the face, they will just console themselves and say, well, at least we did the moral thing.
Yeah.
At least we own the chuds. And it's like, okay.
You've also got to understand, too, like a lot of the head honchos over at Games Workshop right now, they aren't in this for the long run. They've been trying to get the company sold for the last 5-6 years. And you are an embarrassment to them, okay? Every
Also,
time they go to Amazon and they offer up their game, and Amazon brings up a tweet going like, "Death to Xenos, Imperium #1," they cringe.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, like they go to Games Workshop and they say, "Look, is this really a part of your game? Can you not just change this?" And they're like, "Well, no, not really. We can't. The Space Marines are like a third of our entire business model, and they have been saying that same line for 40 years. So no, we can't really change it, to be honest."
And they want to. They're trying to, and they're going to. Female Space Marines are a question of time.
Yeah.
But that's because, again, the head honchos right now, they want Amazon to buy them. They've got the Amazon TV show. They'll do everything they can to make it a success so that they can get $1 million buyouts, and then Warhammer will die. It'll take 10, 20 years, but Warhammer will die.
Honestly, lads, we're going to have to get like 20,000 of us together and each raise $1,000.
That sounds like an organizational nightmare.
Then we're going to buy Warhammer. We're just going to buy it. Chudhammer Insurrection over in Games Workshop. I wonder if we could do it. That'd be really funny. It'd be really, really funny.
It would be really, really funny, but I don't know if we've got that kind of organizational capacity.
How much is a Games Workshop share?
Probably quite a lot at this point, I would imagine.
Right, so... Yeah, but sorry, carry on. I'll
Warhammer show with Henry Cavill that is still in production limbo, talking about whether or not it was actually even going to be made. Somebody suggested that Games Workshop would not dare make the show because Amazon would make it woke, and Marshall responded saying, "My brother in Christ, they're previewing female Custodes minis on Friday. Games Workshop is perpetually 10 years behind the rest of the world and think woke pandering is still en vogue. They're embarrassed by their own setting and are fighting with all their might to sacrifice it at the altar of the mythical modern audience."
And this is correct. Like, I've talked about this for ages. Games Workshop has abandoned its fans. It's not interested in you anymore. It's actively trying to get rid of you. And if it does something that it thinks will repulse you, that is the goal.
It's so funny, isn't it?
And then, someone responded to him saying, "Is the Femstodes models thing confirmed externally or just an insider's leak thing at the moment?" And then Marshall replied, "Games Workshop leaked it to Valrak, so it's basically confirmed." And then the next person wrote, "From what I can gather, Games Workshop leaked to Valrak that Custodes kits are going from resin to completely plastic over 2 to 3 years. The armor stays the same, but this time they're going to include female heads, and I wish that I had the actual video that I could reference in order to get more details about the source of this information." But Marshall actually explained the situation a bit more on X in a separate post. He wrote here, "The only way we're not getting female Custodes in miniatures is if the same thing that happened with those obviously female Space Marine heads happens again. They're obviously meant to be female, but Games Workshop just pretends otherwise. However, I'm fully convinced they released those heads recently and will announce canon female Space Marines next edition. They're waiting for people to use those heads, so it'll be too late to take it back when the slop lore drops." And then...
Okay, so fucking hell. Games Workshop share is about £19,000.
Doesn't surprise me.
That's fucking mad. For relative comparison, let's have a look at, say, Facebook or Meta. A Meta share is $620 or £620, however much. Like, that is what? Fucking hell.
Well, you've got to remember, Games Workshop is, one, doing very well. COVID was an enormous boost. And more importantly, the big boys are currently trying to buy it.
Yeah.
They've got Amazon and BlackRock and these kind of people trying to purchase it.
That is mad.
Market cap, 6 billion. So we're going to need more than 20,000 people with a grand each, I'm afraid.
Okay. 20,000 people with 10 grand each. How much is that?
Still not enough, I think. We're going to need to ask Elon for a small favor.
Oh, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Wait, that would be funny.
That would be funny, yes.
God, can you imagine if Elon Musk buys Games Workshop? The fucking meltdown.
So this basically boils down to a rumor, but so he's referring to the heads. I'm still a little bit 50-50 on the heads. There are definitely some that look like, okay, that's a very weird head. But I will also point out, GW has gotten shitter and shitter and shitter every year that's passed. I wouldn't put it past them to just have released shit heads.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is always... This is another thing that people always forget with things like Games Workshop. It could just be incompetence.
Yeah. They could just be shit at their jobs.
Yeah. I mean, not even a joke.
They have demonstrated quite energetically that they are, in fact, not very good at what they do.
Yeah, I mean, this is a point I keep making. It's like, look, Games Workshop have been making board games for 40 years, and everyone's like, wow, this edition of 40k sucks. How is that possible? How is it possible that after 40 years of institutional experience and play testing and internal testing, that their game still fucking sucks?
And we'll see. We'll see tomorrow if there's going to be female custodies. I feel like there probably will be. They've been boiling the frog for long enough.
Yeah.
It's still going to be a fucking disaster, and I'll still be happy when it happens, but we'll see. All right. Let's also look at this little, the video chat suggests thing. It's only 6 minutes long. A music video about Asmongold. I like the idea.
Trick or treat. It's on repeat.
Okay. Hassan upping his dog is the best thing that happened last year, okay? The sheer
not for
quantity
dog,
of memes.
Yeah.
The screen glows blue in a room of dust and mold. Another death threat, another story told.
Just a quick thing here. It is funny how
Heresy's the question. Fire
Asmongold is
the answer.
effortlessly mogging Hassan all the time.
Yes.
Like Hassan spends so much time trying to be cool, right? He goes to the gym all the time. He worries about his clothing. He's always like, he's doubtless got like fashion designers who tell him what he's supposed to wear, who make the clothes that he sells so he looks cool. He's got a fancy car. He lives in a fucking mansion. He spends a lot of time like in trying to create like a scene around himself, right? So he's got like the streamers who are annoying, but they're like the cool kids in California or whatever. And I mean, where does Asmongold even live?
In his old family home that he inherited from his parents.
Yeah, but like where?
I don't know.
Let me check. Austin, Texas. So he's not even trying. Like he just lives in Austin, like blah blah blah. Right. And he's just getting double his fucking views on Twitch. And it's just like, and he's just dressing like a normal guy with him and his pet cockroaches, and everything's going
Are
great.
you
And
ready
it's just
to
like,
wreck this yellow
it's
mare's
like
fluttery,
Hassan
buttery
works so
butt?
hard at his image, and Asmongold is destroying him.
Yep.
Eat shit and die, says the ghost behind the mask. They want me murdered. Is that such a heavy task? Some she they freak with a
I do love how he has actually managed to make being the filthiest human being on Earth into a positive thing.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
It is.
They hope I ride on a cross of roach and slime, but I'm just sitting here killing fucking time. I got the infinity gauntlet of the broken and the mad. The diaper-sexual furries, they're all so fucking sad.
I remember when I first learned about diaper sexualism years ago.
I just don't want to hear about it.
I learned too many things.
They scream into the void of a sight that doesn't care.
AI is incredible, though. Lumen, look at this. Like,
Yes.
how much money would this cost to make?
Tens and tens of thousands.
Yeah, millions probably.
I'm clicking these pliers, breathing stagnant air. So put them in the box, let the walls be cold and white.
Oh, this is another thing I hate about AI music. Because music is just algorithmic.
Yeah.
It's
It just sounds
incredible.
like Sabaton to me, and I'm happy about it.
Exactly. It sounds fucking brilliant, and I'm here nodding my head. And I'm being manipulated by the AI. For fuck's
Yes.
sake.
You have been used.
Yeah.
And this mental blight, institutionalize the rot, let the asylums rise again. I'm the harbinger of logic, the surgeon of their pain. The world will be a paradise, a clean and silent land, when every screaming retard is dealt a heavy hand. Yeah, put 'em in the box.
The barometer of normie opinions.
So funny.
Blue skies a cesspool where the moderation's limp.
Oh God. Did you see as well the other day? Vosh crawled back to Twitter.
Oh no, how is he?
I mean,
The
I don't
fortress
know.
arc over.
Because I don't want to know. But I just find it amusing that Blue Sky, they all flock to Blue Sky. Like, if we all just leave Twitter, Elon will crater, everything will be fine. And they proved yet again, they don't have the ability to make anything successful. They don't have the numbers, they don't have the stamina, they don't have the commitment, they can't. And Blue Sky was just the latest humiliation.
Well, I just checked Vorsh's Twitter. Apparently, Nick Fuentes is defending Jeffrey Epstein, and it's like, what? Why? Why would anyone want to defend you? And so Hassan Pike is like, look at that, the right is trying to normalize. Whoa. Don't take Nick Fuentes as being an endorsement of any of my opinions. What the fuck is going on here?
Because it's true. Some people really do get paid by the FBI. Simple as.
I guess, yeah.
Basement-dwelling loser, every blue-haired pimp, advocating murder in the name of being kind, while Section 20 leaves the justice fucking blind. They say I'm a net negative, a cancer on the earth, but their own pathetic lives haven't seen a moment's worth. They're begging on their cash apps, crying on the floor, while I'm the one they hate, and I'm the one they adore.
This is pretty good.
Service guarantees
Yeah.
citizenship.
I'm enjoying
Also-
it, to be honest.
The BLM lady was finally convicted the other day too, because apparently obvious defraudment is still not legal,
Service guarantees
good to know.
citizenship.
despite all indications to the contrary.
Measured in decades, like the prophecy of doom. If you strike me down today, you'll be singing a different tune. A million more will rise, a million more will fight. You can't kill an idea with your petty childish spite. I don't fear the reaper.
This is taking on like an aspect of a modern day Jesus.
Well, yes, I think that's part of the joke.
Oh, right, okay, just checking.
Self-evidently so.
Well, I'm watching this just like, this doesn't even look like Asmongold anymore, man.
Oh.
A cynical king in a roach-infested hole. So put 'em in the box, let the walls be cold and white. Throw the keys away and end this mental blight. Institutionalize the rot, let the asylums rise again. I'm the harbinger of logic, the surgeon of their pain. The world will be a paradise, a clean and silent land, when every screaming retard is dealt a heavy hand. Put 'em in the box, put 'em in the box.
Maybe AI wasn't such a mistake after all.
Yeah, I mean, a total banger, to be honest.
Sometimes AI has its uses. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's change the stream thing again. There we go. And I guess now we need to end also with just pointing out that, yeah, no, it actually is. It kind of is this bad. So a lot of this, of course, is supposed to be humorous, funny, ha-has, but I want to point out that people right now going on about how you should probably just start terroristic activities in the United States.
Just FYI, do not start terroristic activities in the United States.
Too late.
Okay, well, the official Stamford Bridge position is do not conduct terror attacks in the United States.
The official Stanford position is don't, but be aware that it's currently happening.
Yeah, sure. I mean, who's conducting terrorism now?
The left, of course.
Well, of course, yeah.
You have this one. If you're an ICE agent, this might be a good time to kiss your spouse. Kiss goodbye because you might not be coming home tomorrow. Very,
Jesus.
very friendly. There was a recent image of them having broken into a ICE vehicle and tearing open the gun locker, which I'm sure they're going to use for very...
Mostly peaceful purposes.
Yep, not even mostly, entirely peaceful purposes, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely. And of course, the Black Panther Party has arrived fully armed, saying, I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. We're a little more aggressive now.
Where is that?
Where was this?
And what do you mean a little more aggressive now? Black Panthers all been fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
When were Black Panthers not aggressive?
So the escalation is continuing apace because, well, there simply isn't a unified reality in America anymore.
Yeah.
I talked about this a few days ago. They have actual doctrinal pamphlets released on how to assault cops. They are arming themselves. They are radicalizing themselves every single day. I don't see how there's any climbing back down from this anymore.
I mean, If you are literally this committed to keeping Somali scammers in your country, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's
To the point where actually, for the first time in his lifetime, I actually agree with Tim Waltz on something.
Tim Waltz say.
Tim Waltz is saying, I am making direct appeal to the president. Let's turn the temperature down. Stop this campaign of retribution. This is not who we are. And an appeal to Minnesotans. I know this is scary. We must speak out loudly, urgently, but it's also peacefully. We cannot fan the flames of chaos. That's what they want. So, this is Tim, who recently, by the way, told the state guard to the militia. State militia? What the fuck?
Yep, state militia,
yep. Yeah. To be on guard against ICE, etc. Having finally realized, oh no, my army of professional agitator protesters are actually assaulting officers now. They're actually breaking into their weapon lockers.
I can't believe my encouragement to do this has made them do this.
Yes, my repeated encouragement to get loud and violent has resulted in people getting loud and violent.
That wasn't what I wanted.
Wow. How very, very strange at all. Indeed. What a weird turn of events.
I was just trying to encourage insurrection. I didn't want it to go this far.
What a strange turn of events indeed. And this isn't going to work, because Tim Waltz has no power over them anymore.
Yeah, he was always just a front. Like, you know, he's the Democrat governor promising us all this bullshit. Okay, well then fine. We just need to know he's not going to come for us. Okay, well fine. Now we can go nuts.
Yes. All we need is tacit permission.
Yes.
Because now, even after, I think there was yet another, no, not a recording, but it came out the other day that the ICE agent had suffered internal bleedings from the car hitting him. And they don't care. Like, he still wasn't hit by the car, nothing happened, Renee Good was still innocent, so on and so on.
Did you see Evan Love Wolf's response to that?
I didn't.
See if you can find it. He literally says something like, but he didn't even say ow.
To be fair, I think that I don't know if that man is a troll or just retarded.
I think he's just a troll.
My favorite was definitely Ed here, who goes on like, he's clearly lying. This is all made up. Yeah. The doctors are lying. Oh, the doctors are lying. Not that many years ago since that accusation could get you thrown off the internet, but okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I trust the science. What are you talking about?
And he ends with, what likely happened was that this was the recoil injury from firing the gun with one hand.
So he's just made some shit up. You just made that up.
You just made that up. You didn't even try very hard.
No, it's a really, really shit lie too.
It's the worst lie imaginable. The guy got internal bleedings from firing a pistol one-handed. And this man,
one-handed,
has 1 million followers, 5,000 likes here, like 183,000 views. People actually believe this, and I want to hammer that point fucking home to everyone. There is no shared reality anymore. And we've said that for a long time, but it's always been halfway tongue-in-cheek, a particular absurdity, a data point that exists in isolation largely, right? No. This incident is the point at which the timeline just split. Where there exist people who believe it is more reasonable to think that the officer suffered internal bleeding from discharging his sidearm than being hit by the car. Okay, there are people out there arguing right now. I think it was Ed himself actually who in a previous post argued that a car needs to hit you at 35 miles per hour to cause internal bleeding, but you can also suffer that internal bleeding from discharging a firearm.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even worth engaging with. Obvious bollocks. Shut up, Ed.
Yeah, but it demonstrates that this is the soft civil war. right here. There's no
Yeah.
climbing
Yeah.
down from this. Once you arrive at the point of, he injured himself by firing his sidearm, there's no climbing
they're
down.
not interested. They're not interested in any of that.
Yeah. There's no going like, oh, I'm sorry. I genuinely believed he injured himself by firing his pistol.
You know, I there's a part of me that would be kind of interested in having a conversation with Vorsh, because I have no idea what Vorsh believes at this point. I assume it's like mad communism, obviously, but like he must be in like a terrible place.
Yeah. I mean, he must. At this point, they genuinely do believe they live in a fascist regime. ICE are the Gestapo. They're distributing flyers teaching people how to interrupt with arrests, how to assault officers. I mean, there was the recording released recently of the wife of Renee Good after the shooting shouting, "Why did you have real bullets?" These people live in a Disney movie. There's no other way to put it. They live in a different reality. They don't understand the real world. They think the police are out there with rubber fucking bullets.
Yeah, they genuinely think this is never going to happen to me. And it's like, okay.
And it has serious implications for
Well,
the
someone's
stability of the
dead.
US. Yeah,
Someone's
somebody
dead because
died
of it.
because of this
army.
inability to see reality.
Yeah, and just a refusal to accept reality as well. Like, you know, thinking, oh no, I'm the hero of the piece, and therefore.
I'm the hero of this story. Nothing bad can happen to me. I will defeat the enemy. And it's...
You're right. It's like they live in a Disney movie.
Yeah, it's a genuinely held belief. And you gotta start thinking about this more often, everyone, because you've got to not be trapped in the same disparate reality, right? You've got to understand this is how your opposition thinks, or else you'll abandon reality too. Like, I really don't want to say this because it sounds very Team Pool, like crazy fucking Civil War-esque, but like, what the fuck is going to happen? It's going to be an insurrection campaign. People are going to die. Domestic terrorism is genuinely going to start happening. It's going to be an interesting few fucking years. And the best thing that Trump can do right now is martial law. Genuinely. I fucking hate to say it, but the only way to stop this is to clamp down. Not for the security of ICE, even. For the security of the populace. So that people who think they are fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't go outside and try to take on the Gestapo. It's unironically also tiresome.
It is, but it's just also so stupid. It's just stupid. Like, knock this shit off.
It is. It's fucking idiotic. Just remember, we live in clown world. There are fines for walking in nature without a permit.
In some place in the Netherlands, you now have to pay a fine if you want to walk in nature. Well, fuck off. This is the wet future.
Trick or treat. Can I sit
Yep.
on your feet?
Every time reality gets too retarded, just remind yourself of the funny part of idiocy as well. Yeah, well, keep you sane. This is the good news. Listen, in the Netherlands, you'll get fined £109 for walking in nature, and that is today's white pill.
I mean, at least the option's still available. You just have to pay for it.
Yes, you just have to have a license.
Yeah, where's your license?
Yeah. You're welcome, chat.
Nature license. We don't even. At least that's the one thing we don't have here, right? You can just walk into the countryside at will.
Ah, the one thing you don't have here. Yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yet.
Fear not. Progress will catch up with you soon.
I hope it doesn't. I hate progress.
Very, very soon.
So tired of progress.
And also, as a slight side direction, before I get on to the super chats again, this image had been trending recently as well, showing a French submarine spotting a American carrier through its periscope. And this is being used now as like European like strong bait. Like, look, we can destroy the American carriers with our submarines.
Oh, good thing the Americans don't have any submarines.
And I just want to point out that ship over there can see the periscope on its radar from dozens of kilometers away.
Yeah, they probably
Are
did
you
know you were
ready to
there,
wreck
but they were
this
like, oh,
yellow
it's a
mare's
French ship.
fluttery buttery
Yes.
Therefore, we're not going to blow the shit out of it.
They know you're there. They're not doing anything because it's an exercise. And I guarantee you, this is one of those situations in which the American fleet is operating under the assumption that their radar has stopped working, their sonar doesn't function because they're afraid of hurting the fish or something. And because that's the only reason why you would... I would put it to a submarine close enough to the surface to deploy its periscope. You can see the periscope on radar. That is the single most vulnerable part of the submarine. It's above the thermal layer, within 50 meters of a ship. This is obviously an idiotic training exercise. And the fact that people are buying this too.
People are just really stupid.
Not to mention, this isn't World War II. It doesn't torpedo shit anymore. It fires a torpedo from 10 kilometers away and then guides it to target via a wire. This is my problem with social media, because people get shown stuff like this and they believe it's real, and it upsets me.
Well, I mean, I've kind of come to terms with it.
Well, what other option is there, I suppose?
Yeah. Just accepted that people are retarded and, you know.
But my entire life was based on the hopeful assumption that people weren't all idiots.
I don't know why you did that.
I don't know why I did that either.
Like, what possible reason would you have for having that?
I've been clinging to this position for my entire adult life, and I don't want to let
ready to
go.
wreck this yellow mare's
I mean,
fluttery
I have a
buttery
YouTube
butt?
career based on the assumption that everyone's a moron. 900,000 subscribers later.
That is true.
Turns out a lot of people agree with me.
All right. Let me get to the super chats from the people who aren't morons. The people I like.
People who subscribe to us are the elect, few smart people who
You
exist on the earth.
ignorant slut.
And you know what, right? I'm not even buttering you guys up on that. That, unironically, if you think about it demographically, that's probably true.
Yeah. No, I literally expect my subscribers to understand that a modern submarine doesn't pop up to deploy its fucking telescope in the middle of a fucking formation of enemy ships.
Are you ready to wreck this yellow mare's fluttery
Yeah, but
buttery
unironically,
butt?
if we could IQ test our audience, I bet it's way smarter than like Hassan's audience.
Of course it is. There's not even any doubt there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee our autists are the best autists on the internet.
Oh my god. To highlight the difference between my audience intellect and myself, I just realized I could sort the YouTube chat into super chats to make it easier to read them.
I stand corrected. Our audience is smarter than we are.
I've been doing this for years. I only figured out this button exists now. I'm gonna assume this was something YouTube added recently.
I'm going to ask you off stream where that button is. I didn't know about that.
It's a really fucking useful button, and I've been oblivious to its existence this whole time.
Oh, hang on. Seriously though, where is it?
On the stream back end, on the control chamber, you can click on fan financing, and it'll just list the super chats.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, great. That must be new because I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that must be new. It's the only explanation.
CERN is new.
Ah. Jacob Miller, 50. You guys have been doing great work. Island 5, available for order.
Oh yes, shop.lidseas.com. I tell you what, man, this is by far the best-selling issue of Islander we've ever had as well.
What is it?
Like we're a week in, and half of the print run is already gone.
Awesome.
And normally we sell it for about 2 months before it sells out. So good luck getting one, lads.
Super great.
Get your orders in now.
Ismail Thompson, organized to get Elon to buy Games Workshop. If we stress it's important, it's an actual avenue we can take. I mean, unironically, Games Workshop and 140K is going to be the next Star Wars. It's going to be the next cultural thing. So,
I mean, if someone was going to buy it, I would prefer it to be Elon.
Yes. Then he can give it to other people who have podcasts.
You ignorant slut.
So funny. Arch Warhammer ends up in charge of Games Workshop. God, the screeching.
God.
Fucking howling.
But my first course of action would be to decanonize the last 10 years of lore. Just overnight.
You know, I don't think I wouldn't do that. I would just slowly but surely rebuild it into something worthy, and then that period of time can be remembered as the dark times. Bring back second edition box art. Fucking big, bold, badass fucking paintings of like hundreds of Marines blazing away in a desperate last stand. That's such good art, man. It goes so hard. What the fuck are they playing at these days? In fact, like I was thinking about this the other day because didn't we go through a piece of artwork on stream?
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. It's like, what is it about this that bothers me? Can we get it up? I'm. Where is it? I'm going to find that. Because I was thinking about this, and I figured out what the fucking problem with it is. Right.
I would go back to 2017, chat, and I would just start making the Gathering Storm fall of Cadia. And Cadia would not fall in 13 pages. Simple as.
Rough, isn't it? Poor old Cadians. How much you get? Not even a chapter.
Your planet's just exploded.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the book?
Yeah.
Like telling us all about what happened during the blowing up of the planet? Nah.
Don't even worry about that.
I mean, it seems important.
The Super Viking. Hey, Sargon, what happened to your government game?
Good question. I mean, they're going to rip me off, use my money to fund a game, and then not even publish it.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking play it.
Dreadnought Logan. People confuse Trump acting as the emperor he is for the neocons of last year, but he doesn't pretend about what he does. He shows you what he wants.
Yeah, this is why Trump is actually not a neocon. Because
Yes.
the neocons were actually a bunch of socialists who became neoconservatives, as in imperialist liberals. But the problem with being liberals is they've got all this fucking moral baggage that they carry around that no one's interested in. And Trump's just smart imperialism. Just like, no, I just want my client regimes and puppet states to do what I want. I don't care about fucking moralizing you. And it's so
the
refreshing.
simple realization that America can just actually do stuff.
Yeah, but it's so refreshing. It's like, look, no, just fucking fix this, you know? Like, and that's the thing as well, right? This is all basically utilitarian as well. Like, Trump's just like, just make this work. Just make this work, you know? Like, why aren't you pumping oil? Why are you pumping oil to our enemies? Stop this. Make this work, you know? And it's just like, yeah, good question. Why can't this work?
Fredden, here, Trump is offering $700 billion for Greenland.
Fucking hell.
Feel like you're going to get ripped off there, but
Hang on a second. What's that per person?
I mean, there's, 50,000 people in Greenland or something?
Let's find out. $14 million per person. Fucking hell. I mean, I'd take it if I were the Greenlanders.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah. I mean, even if Danes were like, look, we want half that money, but okay, that's 7 million.
It's not bad.
Yeah, Denmark gets. Sorry, did you say 700 billion?
Apparently, yes.
So Denmark gets 350 billion.
Service
The Greenlanders get
guaranteed
350
citizenship.
billion, and America gets Greenland. That's a great deal.
It's not
Like,
at
if
all
I were a
a bad
Greenlander, I'd be like, I mean, we could actually get central heating with that money. Moreover, we could afford to move away from Greenland.
Which you would think would be the dream of most Greenlanders.
Yeah. We could move to California if we are an American province. And California wouldn't even notice 50,000 Greenlanders. Like, seriously. 60 million people, 65 million people in fucking California.
Not all furious. That's pretty impressive for their march. Now they have almost a whole entire platoon to defend themselves. Maybe someday they'll get a second platoon. Hold on there. We don't want to militarize Greenland too quickly.
The Americans will get suspicious.
Out of the human substitute rancor, how was Trump meant to do otherwise let China win? No, what the liberal limp mindset is that China has to lose. There's no 5,000-year mandate for China to rule the world. China must lose. Yes, China must lose.
Yeah, and the liberals are like, yeah, China must lose, but we can't do anything to make that happen. So what? Why?
I do genuinely wonder what will be the complaint if Trump just nabs the Ayatollah?
Like Treason the Infinite, he's just making a collection.
Like, what even will the complaint be?
He's going around stealing world leaders. You can't do that.
He just sits there like, I got a second one. Is Ursula von der Leyen going like, no, Trump, bad.
Yeah,
But he was killing
Ursula-
protesters. Yeah, but he's allowed to. That's legal.
Yeah, that's the only argument they've got, isn't it? Well, I guess he's allowed to. It's like, what do you mean? Are you mental?
Service guaranteed
You're
citizenship.
Cathar. Speak the king's English, at least, if you're trying to brainwash me. I agree.
Yeah.
One night, one
Find that
Redbird.
Warhammer art. It's
The
really
Americans,
annoying.
based in Greenland, is our main early warning system if China or Russia launch a nuclear strike. Denmark has been in talks with China about scientific outposts, aka jamming
Fuck
stations.
Come on. You can't be so stupid.
Yeah, if the Chinese want to know anything about Antarctica, we can just tell them.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll send them a book.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what we've learned about Greenland or Antarctica or whatever, you know.
You don't need your own research. What are you gonna find out? Genuinely, what the fuck are you gonna find out that we haven't already researched, huh?
It's fucking cold. Fucking cold. Massive glacier.
Yeah, you're gonna reach pretty much the same conclusions. It's cold,
Yeah.
ice steep, polar bears fucking aggressive.
Yeah. So thank God the Chinese were here to research that.
You are not gonna arrive at any sort of revelation. Suddenly, we expose a Chinese person at the Arctic cold for the first time, and he grows wings or something, and we're like, "Fuck!" We had no idea.
I mean, at the end of the day, even then, no, go fucking do science in your own area.
Build a freezer. You'll be able to replicate the environment near perfectly.
China must have cold regions.
I mean,
It's huge.
they're starting to take over Mongolia right now, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah. See, Russia's a bit busy with another thing, so the Chinese have slowly been moving the border.
Go find a Mongolian death worm.
I do love, by the way, that China is slowly eating Russia. Whilst pretending not to, obviously.
Wow.
Wernol, remember the EU and NATO would rather fight the US than put any challenge to Russia. Their existential threat, they constantly complain about traitors and cowards. Again, you know that the EU consider America to be a greater threat than Russia, because when Russia does something, the EU does nothing. Nothing.
Well, the
at
EU
all.
moralizes. The EU moralizes at them.
Trick or
Oh, bad
treat.
Russia! How could you do
It's
this?
on your feet.
Yes.
When the US does something, they're like, right, boots on the ground.
Yeah. It's because they know Russia isn't going to do anything. Russia needs the EU. They are its hopeless shield, protecting it from consequences and buying their oil. Like, the existence of the EU is basically the full-scale pacification of the European continent. This is a wet dream for any Russian empire.
Yeah, no, it is, isn't it? Because, like, okay, so Russia basically didn't have to do anything, but just stand there, looming scarily.
Yeah.
And the Europeans are like, oh, look at that guy. God, he's scary. Right, okay, great. They're really terrified of you. You better buy some shit off me and I'll buy some oil off you. Brilliant. And everything was going great. Like, why fuck around with Ukraine? Like, if you're the Europeans,
Are you
why
ready
fuck around?
to rut this
You had a
slow
good
mare's
thing going there.
Buttery, buttery butt.
Moonfail. So 14 dog walkers from Denmark, 13 far lesser than their grandfather Germans, 2 evolved Swedes, and 1 Brit. So the US has to send 2 Texans. I mean, close enough, pretty much. Although I do think the Texans will find the environment a bit disagreeable.
Yeah, enjoy Texans.
So, Joe, the problem with taxing OnlyFans, they're going to somehow start pushing that onto other people professions. Tax always creep to other people.
Ignorant slut.
Yeah, like, that's my primary issue with it. So, the moment we introduce a sin tax on things like this, on just purely moral things where the damage done is a little bit more diffuse and debatable, we're eventually going to get a left-wing governor of Florida who's going to introduce a bigot tax.
Bro, we have massive amounts of taxes on beer here. Do you know how much a pint of beer fucking costs? And cigarettes. It's fucking unbelievable. We already have sin taxes.
Okay, let's compare. I'm interested now. What's the highest price of a beer in your country? Right, so 10 bucks. Or, well, dollars, so $12 maybe.
Yeah. So a third of the price of a pint is taxes in Britain.
Let's see. So the most expensive beer in Norway, in Oslo, there we go, is a
Human money,
Vinoteka, $18 roughly.
I said human money. But that is a lot. What percentage of that is tax?
I don't even know.
Well, just Google. What's the tax on alcohol in? Well, I guess I can look it up.
Well, there's a 25% sales tax to begin with. Alcohol. Let's see.
I mean, we've got sales taxes as well, but the alcohol duty is on top of that.
Okay, so it varies between 1 to 22%.
Right.
Beer.
Service guarantees citizenship.
If the percentage of alcohol is over 2.5%, it's not legal to sell it. So there you go.
So cucked.
If it's under 2.5%, the basic tax is 12%. Then there's the 25% sales tax.
Yeah, so it's not terribly dissimilar to ours. Just ours is just basic. We've got like VAT, alcohol duty, and then like various other taxes.
There's a serving tax, of course. If you're going to serve it, you have to pay a tax on that. And if you serve it in something that isn't glasses, so like plastic beverages, there's
Fra
a
at være
tax
med
on
i
that too.
pant- og
Oh my
retursystemet.
god, I'm so sick of taxes.
Taxes are fun and engaging. Cucked beyond beliefs. Yes, Kick. Yes, I know.
But it is, though. I mean,
He's not saying anything wrong. I agree.
Yeah. But I mean, we've got a billion syntaxes, so I mean, everything is taxed.
Really, at that point, the argument simply becomes like, oh, but they'll spread a syntax to other things. Oh no.
Well, yeah, A, there's that, but B, everything's syntaxed anyway, so fuck you.
I'm already
O's
paying
should
a
be
syntax. I just want her to suffer too.
Yeah, I want them to pay the syntax as well.
Yes. Simple as, frankly. Rage of the Mohawk for another 50. Thank you very much, sir. Afternoon, gentlemen. Quick question for Arch. The project I'm working on is at the stage where I need concept art. Any recommendations on where I should be looking or any artists you gentlemen recommend? Any help would be greatly appreciated. DeviantArt, ArtStation, and Twitter. And Eastern Europeans or Asians. Fucking avoid like Americans and Westerners as the plague 9 times out of 10, because they will cite you some truly horrific prices. Whereas like Asians, we have a fantastic artist work on our project, and he works like a machine day in and day out. And, he's on the pricier side for his area of the world, but fantastic work ethic. Awesome with feedback, no complaints. Certain Western artists will bitch at you for giving them timelines. Other artists will claim copyright over the stuff you buy of them. Like, oh.
Yeah. The Asian artist we're using is just incredible as well as design. Those designs look brilliant.
Yep. Most of my other artists are from like Eastern Europe, Serbia, that area, and they're all great. Like qualitatively, they are fantastic, and they cost a penny compared to fucking Western artists because they live off that money like kings as it is. Like my fucking my Filipino artist does not complain when he gets $3,000 for his artwork. He's very happy.
But he's living like a fucking king. Why don't I live in the Philippines?
I have asked myself that question many times.
Imagine how cheap everything is.
But then I was also informed that he occasionally has to fight off looters with a bow, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I could probably afford a gun.
You would be the king of the village because you own a firearm.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I mean...
Genuinely, like, I've looked at, like, footage from places, not even, like, Dubai, but, like, Vietnam, South Asian countries, like...
Ignorant slut.
You can buy slave girls to massage you as they cut your hair for $5. Like, yeah, that's normal.
No, I'm
Is
running
it?
by my wife, but I think I might not be able to get that one.
Your wife never needs to know. She'll be in England.
Good point.
Cuban, Sargon, I like the new Bo show as an overnight worker. I listened to this on the way in and him on the way home. Archie got me back into the enlisted grind. Good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Bo's show's going really well. It's, I listen to it every morning when I'm getting ready for work.
Yeah, I saw the morning show. That's a great idea, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like loads of outlets have started doing them as well. And, you know, Bo, it was like 6 months ago. He's like, oh, I'm going to do a morning show. I was like, oh, okay, good idea. And for some reason, everyone launched theirs on the same day. There was no coordination or anything. For some reason, I guess everyone was just like, oh, I see an opening.
Nolly for 500 warp tokens. Yes, but the problem is when the opposition won't stop attacking you for the sake of their delusional reality. What else are we left to do? Yeah, no, like again, like our only realistic option is to hit them back.
Yeah.
It sounds brutal, it sounds barbaric, because it is, but if your enemy is going to attack you regardless, okay, your only option then is to hit them back and hope that at some point they'll go, ow, why?
They've got to learn.
Yeah. It's the only reasonable choice left to us. The dialogue has failed. We can't speak to them. We don't speak the same language. Frog Jupiter, did you hear about the cholera outbreak in Germany attributed to Ethiopian holy water? What? I did not hear about that, no. And also, German Chancellor admits he messed up removing nuclear. Duh. Bernard Logan or a young man before or after the war campaign. But I love that, though. Like, okay. So, we finally managed to extract an admission that closing all of the free green energy plants was a mistake.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird that nuclear energy is not considered a green energy.
And it's literally because of propaganda. It is because of green propaganda, which alleged for the longest time it was dangerous.
Yeah, but the reason for the propaganda is because nuclear energy will help us.
Yes,
and
it will solve our problems.
Renewables will hurt us. Right? In Britain, the government has just splurged on a massive wind farm thing. So we already have the most expensive energy in the world, right? And it's gone up. And it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then they're like, one of them I saw the other day, he was like, this Labour MP was like, oh, half of Britain's energy is provided by, wind farms. And I was like, yeah, and we've got the most expensive energy it is possible to have. Like, are you mad? You people are fucking mad. And the only reason they don't like nuclear is because it would make it super cheap. It would help us. They hate us and they want us dead.
Yes. And yes. Nuclear energy would solve our problems. And as the meme says, we don't want solutions. We want to be upset.
That's exactly right. I hate to do this. I've got to go because I'm shattered. I've had a really long day. I'd love to stick around more, but I'm just yawning my face off.
Okay. I get it.
So, cool. All right. Well, lovely to see everyone. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Right, take it easy, man.
Zodikai. Oh, Sargon, you incorrigible tease. He is indeed. Get him, attack him, and oh my god, they're learning. Shame them. I need to start doing the Superchats earlier when Sargon isn't yawning and being soft and genteel, but we have so many things to talk about because the world is on fire. God damn it. Akaban, so they more than likely would get less than 50% since I doubt government would drop income tax over sin tax. 70% tax. Make her feel what it's like being a Norwegian. Bill Pickle. All these uniform models that succeed are just money laundering tools for the owners of the company. Just like modern art, they exist only to move money. And they do move a lot of money. Dreadnought, warning, rant. I hate the centers, a dev, about all the centaur dad types that stood by our countless counties was ruined by socialist scumbags. And now they have the temerity, there we go, to lecture me. I am the thing you let them made me into. So shut up. Syntax. Oxon, your logic is wrong. If the government is going to screw you anyway, you may as well be a prostitute. I'd be an OnlyFans girl if I could make money off it. But if you're going to be paying 50% taxes to the government, aren't you just giving the government even more money now, whilst also spreading your ass on the internet? I don't know. It sounds like a disincentive to me. Not so good. With the British... What a hunt. I'm just going to read it as you write it. What a hunt. The British, Arwa, have there been efforts at trying to play off different ethnic groups, Hindu versus Muslims, so that natives can gain more power? Of course not. That would be sensible. I mean, not even that. You don't need to do that. You can just expel them. You can just declare yourself to be the natives' populace and then expel the illegals. All of them. Declare them so. Skullthrower, shouldn't we then include a sales sin tax? Yes, we should. I'm all for it. You want to let us double the price of OnlyFans. That is a great idea. Let us double the price of OnlyFans via taxes and fees.
Fire is the answer.
Cyber Chaos, yay! More foreign adventures. This definitely won't have a negative effect for the midterms on 2028. I hope Trump donors get their money's worth and the GOP enjoy prison. What a wasted opportunity. I don't think it'll turn out that bad. Like, there won't be any negative ramifications so long as he again gets in and gets out. That's all he needs to do. Pakistani National, I'm all for forbidding real people from being able to participate / make porn. There's no reason for real people to make it when we have 3D, hentai, and AI. I mean, unironically, in a few years, we probably will have just realistic AI pornography. That's hilarious. It's perfectly normal to look up words you're unfamiliar with. I didn't know what elasticity meant before I read it in the Elric book. Lascitudinous. I don't know what that means either. Nor do I know how to pronounce it. But I have an excuse. I'm Norwegian. You cannot pronounce my language either. Like, I've forgotten my own language. Hold on. I'm searching for an example of a complicated... raspeballer. There you go. Up Blaster. Hey Arch, you mentioned a book about the degeneracy of Weimar a few months ago, and I can't remember the name of the book. Would you happen to remember it? I found your 2x talking about your D&D game. Well, welcome. It was called... what's it fucking called? I have it. It's free on the internet. It's on the archive page. I've got it in my list here somewhere. I just have to find it. Voluptuous Panic. The Erotic World of Weimar, Germany. Right, let me just find a page that doesn't have anything that gets me booted off
Service
YouTube.
guarantees
Easier said
citizenship.
than done. That's a naked woman. That's a naked woman being raped by a black guy. That's a futa. That's a naked woman. That's a naked woman. That's a naked woman. That's a man with his cock out. That's another man with his cock out. That's a naked woman. That's multiple naked women. There we go. Right. Okay. Nothing bad on this page. So, on Internet Archive, you can find the book for free, publicly available, Voluptuous Panic, The Erotic World of Weimar, Germany, by Mel Gordon, expanded edition. You can find it. It's 320 pages long, and you will not believe half the shit you will read in it. Nolly, reminder to check my other supers because Kick sent them almost a year into the past last time they timed out. Buy Hammer. I have seen them. I've been able to keep track of them today. I would love to buy a Warhammer. I would literally just start one of my long lore series on the Fall of Cadia. It would be like a 50-hour lore series on the Fall of Cadia, with special battle reports, with campaigns that people can participate in, so they can mail in their results to see if Cadia did or did not fall. Molnar, Sargon, you're looking pretty good today. Me, why are you gay? Jokes aside, both of you should review the movie Falling Down. I haven't seen it. I've been told it's good now, so I'm intrigued. So Jard reminds me of a 50-cent challenge, Floyd Mayweather, MMA fighter, to read a single page of a Harry Potter book without stuttering. $750,000 pot. Without stuttering? A single page. I mean, I feel like he could do that, because Harry Potter books are not that complicated, but... Tin Lee, someone sent him a copy of Assassin's Creed Origins. MD Bull, according to Sowell, the black dialect is derived from the antebellum southern redneck dialect. Maybe? I mean, I guess I mean, a derivative maybe, but I don't know if I can... Well, maybe. I'm sure Thomas Sowell knows a lot more about that than I do. Zedekiah, quick reminder that Obama shoulders a huge amount of the propaganda we endure to this day, since he made it legal to show propaganda in American media again, and he was working relations with Netflix. Of course he does. Dread on Logan, I had a black classmate that was very smart. Looking back, I realized he was bullied ruthlessly by our other black classmates, like crabs in a bucket. Yep, crabs in a bucket. Samuel, 20 bucks because son called me a babe, and I love short bearded men. I don't know if I could bring myself to call you babe. I don't know if I could. It would be a struggle. WMC Wolverine. What's more hilarious is telling those who have fallen for the propaganda about Russia or China helping certain dictators or governments in Africa out of the good of their heart is something. Oh, absolutely. The Chinese have massive exploitative projects going on in Africa right now, where they're extracting huge amount of mineral wealth in actually a we're gonna take it and move it to China fashion. Glowy, Ethiopia is the closest thing to a Wakanda, was more advanced than other Africans. Independence for a majority of existence wasn't par with Europe until maybe World War I or World War II, where it isolated, left it in the dust. Think Ethiopia was the aspiration of Wakanda. It probably is the closest, yes. So Jard, they do actually dig up the kobolds. They use borderline slave and actual child labor to get it. I mean, that's a very easy to reach deposit. See, you gotta remember, back in the day, we got iron ore from just the ground. Like, initial mining deposits were so easy to get, we could literally just scrape it off the ground, iron sands and ores. The majority of minerals extracted in Europe back in the day was just that. It took the Romans to begin figuring out things like shaft mining, for example, to begin to reach deposits under the ground. Up until then, and after the collapse of Rome, and we forgot all about that, the majority of these resources were literally just sifted out through baskets. Cat of Night, no, Sargon, it won't be trade. Taps Empire of Dust. That's true. We're still going to have to extract it for them, too. Mechanic is on duty. A reminder that a man once figured out he could grow more bananas to make more money and bought a nicer house. He was accused of stealing. As you would. The man has more money this year than he had last year. And since I only think in single spirals and turns of the wheel, he must be a thief. Barbarians are us. Michelle Obama defined middle class as someone who earns over $400,000 per year. So the question remains, who's defining what counts as poverty, and should they be trusted to do so? No. I mean, it's... To be fair, it's a woman, okay? Women have no understanding of money. A woman's definition of an acceptable dating partner for a 35-year-old woman with 3 kids and an alimony is somebody who earns $150,000 a year, is 6 to 7 feet tall, six-pack, owns his own house and a fleet of sports cars. Alex Anderson, we all know how Africans treat industrious Africans. You think they won't accuse the African American of witchcraft too? Gravity. Carson Casimir, I mean, it's not like my family hasn't been on both sides of an American Civil War before. Well, at least you have some experience. TG France, looks like hegemony is back in the menu, boys. Glory to you and your houses. Thank you, sir. Verse, good day to you. Good day for you to a question for Carl. How would you say the interview with Andrew Gold went, and do you think did you convince him? Syntax, and sadly, Carl had to go to bed because he's soft and gentle and British. Which means he's a woman. Effete, feminine. The real Channel 3, the 3.5 billion tons is the total resources in the ground. Only about 2% of that is economically recoverable. Yep. See, that's the problem. It's really fucking expensive to dig shit up in the West. Pixel Rick, how long till Philosopher King Carl Benjamin? 20 years. The Sober Viking, kära broder, varför hade du oss som eget? Because you say hard instead of hearted. Hard. You are gay. I'm sorry, it's just true. Fear is down. 60,000 Americans should immigrate to the Greenlands, then vote to join the US. Trump wins or the EU bans immigrations voting as an ethnic bloc. Either way, everybody wins. Charles the Beagle, Sargon. English had a score 20 or a score and 10, 30. Also, Irish had 3 counting systems, one for numbers, people, and things. Well, let's not take the Irish opinion on anything now, shall we? So, Locksong, almost the entire Western world needs to revolt. Hey, working on it. Lord Easel, 88. Amelia merch for non-UK customers when? Mercenaries 21. I'm telling you, the fraud in Minnesota is going to lead to a nationwide martial law across the United States. That fraud isn't just in Minnesota. I think locking down Minnesota to begin with will be good enough for now. Hexy, we don't do that in Germany. You don't do anything in Germany. I'll accept prostitution. Weirdly enough, Germany is the country where next to nothing is legal, and yet whoring is. Charles the Beagle, have you looked at the protesting farmers over the Mercosur trade deal? Also, our government voted against when they knew it was going to be accepted. I have not looked into that, no. Sandu, funny thing happened to me yesterday. Towards the end of my shift, the lights and computers started flickering. Turns out a garbage truck smashed and destroyed a power line. Reminds me of Dev and the dump truck. It should. That was Dev, and it was the dump truck. Right, I'm going to put that to New Vegas Character Fun too. Carson Casimir, hey, Canada, you ready to find out? If not, don't fuck around. It's a valuable lesson. So, Jar, did you ask Dev about him deleting his YouTube channel to own the chuds and not wanting their blood money? I yelled at him over it, yes. I have corrected him, or tried. Dragunjo, Sisters of Battle are literally Joan of Arc style. Yes, they are, and they're awesome for it. They've got literal fluid-alysses on their boobs. Jafar the Blade, Norway sends 2 guys to Greenland, UK 1. Damn, how will we ever survive? Germany sent 12, the horror. 15 whole men. How will we recover? Oh, hello, B-52. To be fair, you'd need to B-52 a lot of Greenland to catch 15 men. Lady Vault, Alana Pierce voiced the sisters in Boltgun 2, by the way. Nepo hire. Yes. Yes, that's true, but...
I have lost.
Listen, Nepo hires are pretty common, so shrug. Ab the Man, thank you for the wisdom you've given me over the years. Here's mine in return. The only person you should compare yourself to is the you of yesterday. I compare myself to Kibbs every day. And it makes me feel good. I'm not gay. I'm not a femboy. And I'm not Minnesotan. Every day's a victory if you just put the bar in the correct position. Brandon, you're telling me the gay race communists don't like the Catholic space nun based on Jeanne d'Arc? I can't imagine why. How do the human substitute rank are? Here's the thing as well, this is the battle of nuance. Sure, they're not as physically strong as a space marine, but if you want female space marines... but if you want a female space, excuse me. Ranker 2, Source, what you want about Dustborn? At least that was an actual game, unlike Pathways, Witcher, and Phoenix Point. That is true. There is more game in Dustborn. How did the human substitute Rankar? Marine, who is better at fighting demons and heretics? They turn demonic magic off. We like that you're having badass nuns with guns. Tomboys, actually. Jacobs the Great, I hope Iran is liberated. Islam is worse than Nazism. Correct. Freynor Lotter. France decided to send troops to Greenland as well. Talk about an albatross that France has become. Add my Greenland tool to post to Dawn of War 3, 40k, because you must feel the pain. I don't have to. I don't think I deserve it. Stephen Knizek, Arch, why did Games Workshop cast Exterminatus and Brother Alpha Boosa again? Text-to-speech is what we got this FASA era. Battle Effect, did they? I haven't heard anything, so if they did, I'm unaware. That is V Titan. I wonder if we could get Elon would buy Games Workshop and put Henry Cavill in charge. Probably not, but it would be funny. Walking Corpse. Why is it that all gamers are the ones trying to keep civilization from falling to ruin? Shouldn't there be others fighting even harder? Well, they're the only ones who like civilization, because they've enjoyed its many, many bounties. Simulation 1158. Question for both of you. Do you think Warhammer fans can survive the death of Warhammer, much like Battletech did, or is Warhammer too intertwined with GW? No, I think we'll survive just fine. I think we will survive just fine. In fact, I think we will thrive without GW. So, John, I have over 75k in my savings. I've been willing to spend a chunk to contribute to get 40k. We just need another 10,000 Sujats. Mercenary X21. Games Workshop is the ship of Thesis. Again, Sargon. Added the human substitute Ranka. 140k owned by Brand X from the movie Food Fight. You do it for the chuds. The X is a small sacrifice. Jester. Sargon, you should look into the film Law-Abiding Citizen, a breakdown similar to your Starship Troopers and Demolition Man. May be in order. Sandum, Hassan caught potentially zapping his dog again. I mean, he can't be... Probably not. I mean, he wouldn't be dumb enough to do it on camera again, I would assume. Glowy, people think Ice Agent was shooting a literal cannon if he has internal bleeding. He was carrying a literal 105mm cannon. Leave that man alone. He could probably fold your vehicle. True. And Metacuban, AI is a gift from God and a punishment towards those ruining entertainment. I love to keck. Hamel Merchant. Hi, here to shill ranked voting, RCV. Did you know that ranked voting lets people vote for the parties they want while not throwing away their vote? I did not. Alex Anderson, it took Leaflet 6 months to get this done. Also, there will be a lot of VTubers in this that you won't recognize. Your show, you know. Private team. Harry, the human substitute Rancor. Sargon. In that Asmongold looks like an adult Eren. An attack of a Titan. Now that you mention it a little bit, yes. Enigma. AI brought the internet back to AMV. Carson Casimir, cowabunga as it is, I guess. I need to get Boog on making an intro trailer for my vampire RP. We've already come up with an art style. We just gotta now figure out how to do it. Edwin Neckerman, I did not ask for Kaiser Reich's America to become real. And yet, you were granted it. Saloxon, martial law, Marines, Bullies. The end. Nicoform Willart, that would solve the homeless encampments. Oh, wait. Carson Casimir, remember that we're the most heavily armed nation. Freyno Lotta, this may be anecdotal, but Black Panthers used to state their goals in front of people at liberal social parties in the 20th century. Dawn of War 3. They did do that, yes, loudly and proudly. And yet nobody seemed to take them seriously somehow. Urashima Otoro, you got grass walking license? Oh, the 109 euros. I'm attacking. We can neutralize the US Navy. Bet. Let's go. A lot of border marines on that ship. Board marines. They'll swim out and choke out the submarine crew. Leave me those feet. Arch learning about sorting chats. Great job, Arch. Dawn of War 3. Why? I learned something. Wing Viper. So spam Elon to acquire GW when? Flame Tiger for 20. Thank you very much, sir. I agree with cutting 4 and 8 Africa. You can't make an animal learn how to hunt by being reliant on others to feed it. Having 2 parents from Nigeria helped me learn more about the corruption of African nations. I would imagine, yes. At some point, you have to teach self-sufficiency. Otherwise, nothing will ever change. And again, with the amount of fraud in those NGOs as well, better sooner than later. Michael Hassler, Carl Benjamin, recommending reading the political philosophy known as Ivan Illion. He's up there with the likes of Thomas Carlyle and Evola. Oh, Evola. Magic. WMC Wolverine, I don't know if you've seen my earlier super chat, but if GW drops the ball and we're on 40k, then I'm out of the hobby and I'm going back to collecting firearms. To be fair, that's probably a more productive usage of your time and money anyways. Next one, China wants portal in Greenland for the inner Earth. I mean, if anyone would be likely to find it. Thank you, Supreme. With a small price of 10,000 UNC, you only need 425,000 people to get 51% of GW shares to have the majority of the company. You guys got this. Yeah. Brandon, China finds Hyperborea in Greenland. Elementorius, Sargon, Canada, and the UK share a history, and we seem to follow similar paths. How bad are things going to get, in your opinion? Are we done yet with everything happening? I'm worried as hell. I mean, judging by how the UK is going, until you have a pathways of your very own, you haven't arrived at 100% UK. You need to reach full surveillance state. Michael Hassler, is it possible to roll back the revolution of mass and scale without society collapsing? No. I don't even think we can roll back social media without society collapsing at this point. Empty veins, I could get a pint of Youngling at my bar for $5. What comes a Spartan? I would personally recommend searching through Brazilian artists as well. I've got several who do fantastic work at very reasonable rates. South America. That's another good pickup as well, yes. Valamir, German anti-nuclear lobby was practically bankrolled by Russia. The Greens were promoting gas as green energy. Yep, that's true. That is absolutely true. Russ Garbage Human, this is my boomstick. Sargon, 2030. Simulation Art, I think you missed my membership chat. I probably hadn't gotten to it yet. Alexander Cross, I am immigrating in and voting to join the US. It's Texas and California again. Honestly, surprised it's not already happened with Greenland, honestly. Well, you'd have to convince 60,000 people to move to Greenland. Which would suck. A lot. Akabans, Hassan did shock his dog again on camera. I stand corrected. I made an assumption that he wouldn't be that silly. I was clearly incorrect. All right. Right, and with that, we are at an end of another Stamford Bridge. Maybe we'll go find that Feral Historian video for next week. I could use a nice, relaxed video. Yes, I think I'd like that. So do put some suggestions for videos in the Arch and Sargon channel if you're on the Discord. You should have access to it right off the bat. The rest of the server is gated off until the mods decide that you aren't a communist for security reasons. But the Arch and Sargon room should be open to you, where you can put various videos that we might want to watch. And I'd like a nice relaxed video next week. Hold on. Colorgate 2.0. We'll have a look at that too.
Moved in the direction of, oh my God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting again.
Okay, so Boog sent me this. That's a little sus. So dog gets up.
Moved in the direction of, oh my God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting again.
Presses button, dog goes back.
Okay, on the other side, the people who were
Look at her
counter-protesting against the protesters were
No,
literally fucking counter-protesting.
guys, no way, no way, you're doing it again.
Honest flags. That's a literal fucking terrorist organization.
There, look at it. No. All right.
Said he might do less politics because people lie too much.
In 5 hours that the dog is there, right?
5 hours.
By Mossad and the Asman already preemptively said he might do less politics because people lie too much. When that happens,
Where did
he'll
dog
do the
go?
lines a few days after. This is the average Roach fan.
Where did the
right
dog
down
go?
Okay, so she did move. She moved at least once, okay? Okay, so she got up twice? Man.
Poor little sad little doggo. That doggo has a harsh life under her Turkish master, but I mean, she is owned by a Turk. What did the dog expect? The dog should have leapt up and defended itself from the Turk the moment the dog was purchased. It's basically the dog's fault at this point, chat. The dog didn't go for the jugular as early as the opportunity presented itself. Thus, the dog must suffer. It's harsh, I know. And yet. And Carson Casimir, I collect 40k and firearms. Why must all my hobbies be expensive? Have you considered stamps? I hear it's very relaxing. Galley slave dog, yes. Galley slave dog. The dog should have known better than to be bought by a Turk. Okay, listen, the dog should have known better. Either the dog was going to get eaten or the dog was going to get zapped. Two options, neither of which is very, very appealing. But now, I am really fucking hungry. Really, genuinely fucking hungry. I want to go get food. Thank you very much for watching, chat. Thank you for your generous donations, and thank you for hanging out with me. Even if Sargon wasn't gentleman enough to do so all the way, because he's a Brit. Because he was born a thief. A reminder, yet again, that the Anglo-Saxons only won Stamford Bridge because they played dirty. Have a good night, chat.